What is up, guys? How is it going today? My name is SarahTube, and welcome back to another flipping and money-making live stream. Hope you guys are excited today. I know that yesterday we did not have the classic Saturday live stream, but that being said, we are coming at you live this lovely Sunday afternoon, near me at least. So hopefully you guys are ready for some flipping and money-making content. We are working with 1,283,000,000 GP today. We're going to see if we can maybe get that up to 1,285,000,000. That would seem about reasonable for today's gains. So I hope you guys are excited. Let's get into it. Let's get the music going and let's make some bank. Now, I think the first item we're gonna do today on the exchange, of course, we usually, let me put this in real quick. We usually start with the diamond, or not the diamond Dragon Ball Z, but the actual dragon darts is typically the first one that we check. But I think today we're gonna do the diamond Dragon Ball Z first. Now, the reason I actually want to do the diamond Dragon Ball Z is because I'm actually finding really good margins on these diamond Dragon Ball Z recently. And on top of that, I do know for a fact that the Diamond Dragon Balls E are currently at a pretty low price compared to where they normally sit, which gives me a lot of confidence that they will have an upward trend. Of course, they could keep trending downwards, but at least in the short term, I do expect there to be a lot of buying power. So that means I'm expecting an upward movement on the item. I don't know how long term, but at least in the short term, while we are making these short term flips, I do think there is a good amount of space to make some money on that. Now, of course, we're going to do the Dragon Darts next. We're going to get those listed, ready to go. We've got Kyle Carpenter popping in, Lewintag as well. He says, yo, and Matthias Peterson saying, yo, what is up? Good to see you guys. Thank you for stopping by today. And it's quite a interesting stream today since we're coming at you live on Sunday, which we typically don't do. Typically, I do take these Sundays off just from everything from YouTube. Sunday is usually the day where I try to be a little bit more social, say hi to my family, my friends, but today, it's a little bit different. Anyway, good to see you, Kyle Carpenter. He says, let's go. What's better than football and SarahTube? That is right, man. If you are from the US, big football day today, and I'd love to catch a couple of the games. But first, we're going to do the stream first. We're going to make some money, and then we will go watch some football. That being said, I'm going to do the Carol's Leather Top next. Recently, these Carol's Leather Tops got up to about 2 mil, a little bit underneath. I think it was like 1.9 mil, I believe. I don't know how high they went up within that price range, but really bad margin on them right now. Let's go check out the Dragon Hunter items then. We'll try to get those done in the beginning today. We'll do the Dragon Hunter Lance first. I typically prefer the Lance over the Dragon Hunter Crossbow. I think that the Lance just flips a little bit more consistently, and the margins are also pretty outstanding on them as well. So we're going to see if we can get a couple of flips on the Lance here. We're going to list a few of those. Let's get 7 of them going. We're going to list them, let them do their thing. 81k in the hole right now. Let's check the Dragon Hunter Crossbow as well. Now we have Lewintag. He says, right now I am not flipping. For me, LOL. He says, I'm done on questing on my main and put all my cash onto my skiller. All your cash from your skiller onto your main for some gains. Or just some armor, honestly. Which is actually not a bad idea. Personally, the way that I like to recommend how to spend your money versus like how much money should you keep in your cash stack versus how much money should you put into items, into actually getting better gear. It's actually a tough question, right? Because it depends. Oh, we actually can't get 8 of the Dragon Hunter Lances. We can only get 7, but we'll keep a close eye on that. Anyway, though, it's actually a tough question because, of course, you want to have gear to do, you know, the fun things in game, right? You want to make sure you're able to go bossing if your friends go bossing, or just make Slayer gains, or whatever you want to do in game, right? I think it's the most important thing to remember is make sure that you're not neglecting your skilling. Make sure you're still able to get XP and things like that. Flipping is great, but you probably shouldn't be like me and just flip all the time, because honestly, you're going to burn out if that is the case, and you're just not going to enjoy the game as much, unless flipping is your favorite thing, which for me it is. So I'm a little bit of an exception. Some Nerd says, I put my whole cash stack into the Dragon Hunter Crossbow. Some Nerd, good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. It's actually probably not a horrible time to buy the Dragon Hunter Crossbow, at this point in time. It looks like the Dragon Hunter crossbow and the lance are finally having a little bit of a price disparity. We can see that the Dragon Hunter crossbow actually went up in price since the last stream, and the Dragon Hunter lance actually went lower. So this is a situation that I'm not too familiar with. I do expect that the Dragon Hunter items will follow each other in price. So it's either the lances are going to crash more and bring the Dragon Hunter crossbows down, or it's going to be that the Dragon Hunter crossbows continue upwards and pull the lances up with them as well. We're going to have to see. Not sure which one is going to take the lead, but it is something to keep in mind. Typically, the Dragon Hunter items are correlated with each other as far as price goes. But how are you guys doing today? Hopefully you are doing well on this lovely Sunday afternoon. I know I am. So leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. Let's keep flipping here. Let's check the red chinchompas next. I want to check the red chins so bad. They just recently looked like they started to make a price recovery. The red chinchompas got absolutely decimated in price because of the Twitch Prime bots. So to see them start to recover a little bit is a good sign. And I would recommend personally, if you do want to buy chins to maybe get 99 range or make a significant gain to your range level, then buying the red chins right now is probably a pretty good bet. I do expect that they might come back down with the next Twitch Prime event. But again, that being said, you know, you're only going to pay like, you're going to pay 1k per, or you're going to pay like 1,150, which is still really, really good compared to where the normal red chinchompa price is. So just keep that in mind. Kyle Carpenter says, goal achieved, got the wife to start playing. Yo, that is insane. I've never played with a girl on RuneScape, or, oh wow. Look at these Dragon Hunter crossbows just crashed on us. We're going to see if we can turn around and sell these, and we'll see if we can actually make a profit on that. Again, I do expect that if we just instant bought the rest of those Dragon Hunter crossbows, that the item is probably going to continue trending downward and follow the Dragon Hunter lance. But again, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's be a little bit patient and see if we can flip this thing. Now, after these Furies here, after we get them listed, we're going to do the Amulet of Torture as well. And let me actually turn this to total profit. There we go. Got the coffee as well, guys. I really, really need it. Anmal stopping by. Good to see you. He says, what is the buy price of the Fury? I think we bought them for 1,636, I believe was the buy price. What? Sorry, 1,636,000. Hold on, I gotta look again. It was, we bought them for 1,636. 1,636,000. My God, man. You think after you do this for a long time, you get a little bit better at it, right? Anyway, we did get those Furies off. Nice little margin we got going on those right there. Very happy with that. I was expecting to maybe get a little bit more, considering the price on them has been going down so much in these past couple of weeks. But anyway. Shoeman says, by the way, Sea Turtle has an insane profit, but I don't know how fast you can buy them and sell them. Shoeman, good to see you, man. I'm not sure if I've seen you around here before, so welcome to the live stream. And I really actually do like to flip the sea turtles. Now, they're similar to the manta rays in the way that they flip. That being said, the sea turtles have a way bigger margin, but are harder to buy, and they are harder to sell as well. So that is just something to keep in mind. Sea turtles are a better overnight flip than I would say an active flip. It would be great to look into overnight if you are looking for an item. I would say with about, 150 mil cash. And the only reason I recommend 150 mil is because the sea turtles are a little bit risky of a flip, right? They're not as consistent. They're a little bit harder. They take a higher skill level to actually kind of figure out and flip. So anyway. Been here, been a long time since I've been here. Stopped playing for a while, says Shoeman. I apologize. Sometimes it gets hard to remember every single person in the chat. So, thanks for coming back, Shoeman. I hope you start playing RuneScape again, and I hope you get more into it. Now, let's go ahead and get these sharks going here as well. Sharks being super weird. Sometimes they just go up a lot in price, and sometimes they're just not doing anything. Really strong margin on them, though. Let's see if we can hit that here today on the live stream. And we still have 97 million GP left to work with. What can we list next? Maybe check out the Necklace of Anguish here, guys. We basically just instant bought a ton of sharks, and in a normal scenario, if we did an instant buy like that, I typically would adjust the price listing, because if it buys so quickly, it usually means your price listing is a little bit too high, right? So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do there. I think I'm just going to leave it for now, but we'll see what happens. It's pretty high volume, right? So the price could fluctuate upwards relatively easily. Michael Ingram says, hey man, check out the Enhanced Crystal Teleport Seed. Maybe we'll get to it on this stream today in a little bit, Michael, but for now, we're going to leave it. We just turned a profit here on the Grand Exchange today, 45K in profit so far, guys. Things are going extremely well, and I hope you guys are enjoying the stream, so leave a like if you are. Also, reminder that the 24-hour live stream is coming up very, very soon. It's not going to be tomorrow, but it's going to start the day after. So Tuesday, October 20th will be the start of the 24-hour live stream. I hope you guys are excited. That stream is going to be insane. I wonder how much money we're going to make. Anyway. Peter Whitney says, yo, it's my first time or first day flipping in pay to play and my first time on the live stream. Welcome, Peter. Thank you for stopping by, man. And I'm so happy you caught a stream. And since it is your first day flipping in pay to play, well, first of all, congratulations on making it to pay to play in the first place. And on top of that, Peter, let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to pay to pay flipping. I would love to help you out, man. How is the wheel for the 24-hour stream going? It's good, but of course, if you guys have any more suggestions about challenges that we can put on the wheel for the 24-hour live stream, let me know. I'll be putting the wheel together tomorrow, so please, 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 any ideas you guys have, put them in my Discord group with the link in the description below to join that. Honestly, I want every idea, every challenge you guys can think of on that wheel. I'm freaking excited, man. Is this the 24-hour live stream, says Chef's Cooking? No, it's not. The 24-hour live stream is going to start Tuesday and end Wednesday. It's going to start, I think, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, so get excited for that. And that stream is going to be insane. And you'll know it's the 24-hour stream, trust me. The thumbnail is going to be different. The name of the stream is going to be a little bit different. I hope you guys are excited, man. Dominated says, yo, what's up, Dominated? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by today. Leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. You've heard it before, Dominated. How long are you going to wait for the red chinchompas? Probably not too long. I was going to give it maybe another 2 minutes or so. Looks like maybe they're going back up in price really quickly. Can't really tell, but we definitely missed the margin here. That was funky. Literally, as soon as I started talking about the red chins, all of them instant buy. That is an interesting situation. Now, let's get our listing up for this, though. We need to see if we actually are going to lose money on this, or if they actually did crash on us. It actually doesn't look like they did. 1166, list that, let it do its thing. We'll get that margin going right there. Now, we did get all of the Dragon Hunter crossbows off as well, which is really, really nice. We're gonna knock the lances up just a tiny bit. It doesn't look like we had too many after we did the first few, so we'll get 4 of those going for now. We've got another slot open. We got all the red chinchompas off. Really, really nice flip on that right there. Let's go ahead and see what we actually, 104k on the red chinchompas. Very solid flip for us today. And we just got another Dragon Hunter lance sold off here, guys. We'll do the mahogany planks next. We're going to follow that up with the oak planks here on the Grand Exchange today. And hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. Leave a like if you are. Now, let's see what we can get on these mahogany planks. Pretty good margin, about 15 GP or so. We're going to list the limit of those, which is 13,000 every 4 hours here today. And we're going to get that going. The amulets of torture also started buying, which is really good. Peter Whitney says, yeah, I'm trying like bandos hide items, druidic staves. Speaking of bandos items, let's go ahead and give some of those bandos items a shot here. We'll do a little bit under the previous margin on the Dragon Hunter lances. And we also got all of those Diamond Dragon Bolts E. Let's see. 979. We're going to list that on margin. We're not going to undercut this time. We're going to actually list it right on margin today. And we're going to see how that actually ends up turning out for us. How are the blowpipes right now? I'm not sure, Animal. Let's try them out, though, as well as the bandos tacets. We're going to do the tacets first, and if the tacets work out for us today, we will go ahead and try the bandos chestplate. I think will be a good follow-up to the tacets. Lance needs to be 80 mil, says Ice-T. Dude, I cannot believe how low the Lance is in price right now. I did not expect it to keep trending downwards, and it's just shocking. Like, I actually never thought the Lance would be this cheap again, so it's a very interesting scenario. 741k in profit. Let's give those blowpipes a shot here. We'll see if we can make any money on those. Sierra, try the code I want. I just flipped a limit for 750k each. We'll give them a shot here in a minute once we clear up another slot. I haven't done the code I wants in a while, so it would be good to get a few of those going. That being said, though, we need to figure out the margin on them, and if the margin's kind of big, sometimes it's not... Oh, we got to list more than that. Sometimes if the margin is too big, it's not worth us doing a margin check. If we know beforehand that the margin is quite large, then of course we could use GE Tracker or something, or take someone else's margin, but traditionally we like to showcase the whole flipping process here without any external sources. But regardless, we did get those Dragon Hunter Lances off, which was really nice. Before we do those Kodai wands, we're going to get into them in a minute, but we'll do the bandos chestplate first. I feel like we should go to the Kodai wands a little bit later in the stream. I'd rather go ahead and get some easy profits first before we rotate into some of those higher margin items, which are not going to flip as easily for us on live stream. Now, the margin on the bandos chestplate is only 10k. We'll get a few of these going. I mean, I wish we were going to get a little bit more than 10k on those bandos chestplates, because 10k is just really not a lot. Anyway, guys, give me one sec here. Just gotta cross-post this. I hope you guys are doing well today, though, on this lovely, lovely Sunday afternoon. No luck on the bandos tacets yet. We're going to be a little bit patient with those. We're not really in a rush today. We're just going to sit back, kick back, try to get some nice profits coming in here today. Welcome everybody to the stream. Of course, if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping in general, please let me know. That's why these streams originated, right? Was to give you guys live coaching and live help on how to actually flip certain items. And when we're, end up in certain scenarios, whether we've got a massive margin we want to take advantage of, or a margin has crashed on us, we've got a bunch of an item. These live streams were meant to kind of show you guys what I do in those situations, how I'm actually maximizing my profit when I am flipping, and showing you all like the tips and tricks that'll make you just a little bit more GP per hour. So again, I hope you guys are enjoying, and let's keep going here. Now, the bandos chest plates came in. Again, we were getting like 10k on those, which is quite bad, but we're going to turn around and sell them as quickly as possible. I do hope they sell pretty quickly. I think they will sell pretty quickly since the margin is quite small. Let's go ahead and knock up the margin on some of those mahogany planks. Mahogany planks are really expensive right now, so I don't really know why that's the case, but it's definitely something I want to list on and try to actually flip. Anmal says, how long would you wait for treasure items? Stir Ammy's tea, for example. I don't think I've ever flipped the Strength Amulet Trimmed, but I don't know. I would have to guess. I think this Strength Amulet Trimmed is a pretty high traded item because it's not that rare as far as I know for a clue item. So I'd probably wait 5-6 minutes. Adam Holman, good to see you as well, man. Thanks for popping in here. Oh, we got Otix as well. I didn't even notice. He was the one who gave us the Kodai Wand recommendation. So, again, we'll try to flip that here today. I would like to get some Justiciar sets, I think, again. Maybe some Serpentine helmets, as long as these blowpipes work out for us. And, again, we got a lot of movement right off the bat this stream. Slowing down just slightly, but just give it a minute. Things will move as soon as we just give them a little bit of time. We are going to go ahead and sell these amulets of torture though, and the reason I do want to sell the tortures is this is a pretty fast trading item, and we haven't traded one in about 7 minutes, so we're going to turn around and get those going. We're actually having good luck with the Diamond Dragon Balls E2, which is great. And now the Tacits are buying too, which is a good sign. They're buying pretty quickly, which tells me I guess we're on margin. They would have bought quicker if they were crashing on us, but I think we're right on margin there, so shouldn't be too much of a problem there. Basically, everything else is doing fine. We just need to give it a little bit of time. But I hope you guys are doing well today, and you're enjoying the stream. I'm sorry we didn't get to go live yesterday, but you know, my birthday is coming up, so I did a little bit of a very small birthday celebration with some of my close friends. So that is why we couldn't bring a stream yesterday. I do apologize for that, but you know what? Sometimes when it's near your birthday, like, you got to take a little bit of time off your hobbies and just say hi to everyone, see your friends, socially distanced, of course, because of the current climate we're in. Hey, man, MSR Kyoto here, says Sebastian Farlow. Sebastian, good to see you, also known as MSR Kyoto. Thank you for stopping by, man, and I'm so glad you caught us on this lovely Sunday afternoon. We're just sitting back, kicking back, getting these flips bought and sold, ready to make some bank today, and of course, we're doing that for everyone here in the stream today. So if you are enjoying the live stream, be sure to leave a like, and let's keep going. I've got my coffee here. We're ready to flip and make some bank. Also, I don't know how long I'm going to be going today. We don't really have any time restrictions today, so I think we're just going to keep going at it, keep making some money today as we just passed the 1 mil mark, 21 minutes into the live stream, so margins are looking really, really good right now for us. Let's go ahead and I guess we could try that Kodai wand, but I'm a little bit nervous to do the Kodai wand, I'm not going to lie. I was thinking, like, maybe the Master Wand or something would be a good alternative to do for that. And the only reason I don't want to do the Kodai is because that margin check is going to be really expensive. And I'm nervous if we do a margin check and we can't hit the margin, then that's going to be a significant decrease for us here on the stream. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous to do that. So we're going to turn around and sell these Dragon Darts. They had a really, really great margin. So I want to make sure we can actually get it, even though we only have 2,285 of them. Also, let's see. Let's try the Tormented Bracelets, and maybe we'll follow up the Tormented Bracelets with a couple pairs of the Justiciar sets. The Justiciar sets are good because they kind of take a while to flip. You kind of list them and let them do their thing. We could also do that with the Grimy Renar Weed as well, which we've been doing that actually the past couple of streams, and every time we list it towards the beginning, it's been performing really, really well for us. So, we need to make an adjustment on the blowpipes as well here. We'll do 3, 5, 20. Get a couple of those going. Let them do their thing. And let's actually do the Grimy Renar Weed first before we do the Justiciar sets. And the reason that is I know the Grimy Renar Weed's going to take a little bit longer than the Justiciar sets, most likely. So we want to list the ones that are going to take a little bit longer to complete first. And we're actually going to list under margin for the Grimy Renar Weed. We're going to go just a little bit under margin, about 10 GP or so. We're going to list that, let it do its thing, and we'll sit back, kick back, and watch those margins. You should do Sunday mimosa streams. We could do that. Michael, I'm not a good, like, drink maker, so maybe in the future, if I have a bigger apartment or something. Michael Ingram says, will you be doing the Trailblazer Leagues? I'm still on the fence of if I will be participating in the Trailblazer Leagues or not. Ideally, I would like to stream all of my Trailblazer League progress, but I'm not sure if you guys want to see the Trailblazer League content. So I haven't really gotten a straightforward answer. I don't really know how I feel about it yet. So we might be doing it, we might not. If we will do Trailblazer Leagues, we'll do like 1 day a week where we do, you know, like a 3-4 hour Trailblazer stream and we make progress. And anyway, that's kind of my thought process behind it. I didn't do Twisted Leagues, so I'm not exactly sure how good I'm going to be at Trailblazer Leagues, and that's why I want to stream it, so that way you guys in the chat can help me out, at least give me a little bit of guidance on the most efficient ways, you know, what areas should I be picking up, and things like that. Sebastian says, I made 1 mil in 2 hours yesterday, thanks to you and to Queen. Yes, dude, I'm glad you did. We're basically here to show you guys some great content, that, you know, and some great items that you can use to actually make money in old school RuneScape. I also love giving recommendations on what people should be flipping with their cash stacks and how they should actually manage their cash stacks. So if you guys have any questions about what to do with flipping or how to make more money flipping, then let me know. These streams, again, they're here to coach you guys and give you guys the inside tips, tricks, and strategies to make more gold, right? So that's what I'd like to share with you if possible. Now we have 881 million GP. We didn't check the Justiciar sets, did we? All right, let's give those a shot. These can have quite a big margin check on them sometimes as well. So, again, these are like not the most consistent, but they can make you a good bit of GP as long as you get the listing right. And we'll get 4 of those going, actually. We'll let that do its thing. Now, we are having luck with the bandos tazets as well, guys. Very, very nice little margin on these. And they're trading quite quickly, so I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, Anmal says, 17 mil, what do I do? With 17 mil, you're going to want to start focusing on high volume items primarily. Also, maybe a couple smaller gear items in there as well, right? So maybe the Blessed Dragonhide is really good. I just did a series where I'm actually flipping that Blessed Dragonhide stuff. So Ceradomin D'hide Body, Zamorak D'hide Body, the boots as well are really, really great with that amount of cash. Also, you could do whips and stuff like that if you want something that's going to trade a little bit quicker. Although the margins on the Abyssal Whips are not always great. So that is something to keep in mind as well. But anyway, hopefully that's good. Stick to the, Animal, you should stick to the stuff that trades really quickly. Blowpipes, Furies are great, 17 mil, Sharks, Manta Rays, Monkfish, Zolver Scales, and, you know, Twisted Bows and stuff like that too. Just kidding, of course, but, anyway. It's 1011 million GP. What do we put it into today? I know exactly where we're going with it. The Abyssal Bludgeon. Wow, it is continuing on an upward trend in price. I did not expect this. 47 million for a Bludgeon. Absolutely insane right now. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these going. Definitely still a risky flip. This could come down any moment now. So we gotta be walking on eggshells when we go ahead and flip this item. But man, it is, dude, I love flipping risky items. It is so exciting, it is so fun, and you can make some serious bank. So, you know what? I'm always for it, guys. We still have 545 mil now to put into a flip. Let's go ahead and do the Brimstone Ring. Actually was looking pretty good these past couple of days. I'll also see if we can flip a few of those here. Was 45 mil last night, says Ice-T. See, dude? I don't know what is going on, man. It's just a crazy item right now. I think it's because there was nightmare changes made or something, so people really wanted to get the Bludgeon so they could try out the changes, I guess. How long should I wait for Dragon Arrows, Dragon Darts, and Javelins? Dragon Darts, Dragon Arrows, if none buy, then maybe you want to wait, I would say, 8 to 10 minutes, I would say. As long as none buy. If they're still buying, then you can wait a little bit longer. We got Luna. Luna has got some vials of water for us. So we're going to back out of the exchange here and see if he's got those vials. There he is. Let's see what he's got for us here today. Whoa, 65,044 vials of water. Thank you so much, Luna. I do appreciate that, man. Wow, we'll add that right to the vial of water stack. We've got to be close to 21 mil on those vials of water. Like, oh, we're at 20 million vials of water. How many do we have? Let's see. 20,671,000 vials of water. That is insane. It is my biggest RuneScape collection. Wow, thank you for the vials, Luna. I do appreciate that. Now, let's see. We've got a couple items moving a little bit slowly here today. The blowpipe's just now working out, so I think we're going to cycle into another item here. We'll do the crossbow instead, actually. Crossbow's a really nice flip, especially recently, and it's been sitting around 8 mil. It's been going like, it's been dipping a little bit below 8 mil, and then it comes right back above. Looks like it's gotten a little bit more stable than it has been these past few days. So we're going to take advantage of that, capitalize on the buy limit, which is 8 every 4 hours, and we're going to see if we can make any money from that. Alexander Penchenko says, I had 400 plus million GP and I lost it all in the duel arena. Don't gamble, boys. LOL. Yeah, be careful when you go to the sand casino. If you go, definitely stake responsibly. Now, Gladiator Beast of RS says, I changed my name, by the way, but what are some good overnights with a 15 to 20 mil cash stack? Also, the overnight flipping guide is going to be finished this next week, so expect to see that maybe not this next week, but the week after on the channel for you guys to enjoy, because I know you guys want to see that overnight flipping guide so you can list some flips and make some bank while you sleep, because that's the best kind of money, the money you don't have to work very hard for. But anyway, with a 15 to 20 mil cash stack, overnights, again, high volume stuff. When you've got, you know, a lower cash stack, no offense or anything, when you've got a smaller cash stack, focus on high volume. It's not worth trying to do these armor items, in my personal opinion, because you could blow up the stack, lose money. If you do want to do some like overnight stuff, I would recommend sharks or monkfish are really good because they're very stable items. I would actually do sharks recently because sharks, they've been fluctuating a lot in price, and look, we were able to get a pretty decent margin on these sharks here, although we can't sell these last ones off, so we're going to cut the last ones down. I think we're doing like a 6 GP margin on the sharks, which is actually pretty good for sharks. Usually you're only going to get 3 to 4 or so. Rip, I like to keep my bills, says Ice-T. Yeah, dude, absolutely. That's why I don't go to the sand casino. I've been maybe like once or twice, but I rarely go. Sebastian Farlow says, I sat here watching you flip with 800 mil plus. I sat here with my 25 mil cash stack like... Dude, the thing is, one day, if you keep flipping and keep using these money-making tips, and you keep doing PVM and stuff like that, your cash stack is just naturally going to grow. You're doing the right thing by learning how to flip with your cash stack and actually utilizing the GP you have to make more GP. It's by far the best money-making strategy in the game, is flipping, and I feel like once you start flipping, you start to learn, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't buy this item right now, or maybe I should. It's a good deal, it's a bad deal. You get a lot better at managing your money. Let's see. Adam Holman says, I bought Dragon Darts at 2,320 GP last night, and they dropped hard. I'm considering holding them until they rise again. Thoughts? Adam, yeah, I have thoughts. It could be a while if you're holding on to those and you're waiting for them to rise. Now, the reason I want to say that is, think about this. Dragon Darts, they looked like a good deal at 2,500 each, right? They looked like a great deal then. Then they looked like an even better deal at 2,400. Now they look even greater at 2,200, right? Clearly, there's a downward trend going on the Dragon Darts, okay? And you easily could have bought in at 2,500 and thought they're going to start recovering soon. That's the only issue I have, is it's such a downward trending item that it's very hard to tell if this thing's going to go back up in price anytime soon. So that being said, I would probably dump it and just let it be and take the loss. But that's just me, you know. It could recover tomorrow. Who knows? But I will just take my losses immediately. I don't want to ride any items on a downward trend because you could lose a lot of money. So anyway, Adam, hopefully that helps you out. But of course, I hope they go up for you and you're able to sell for a gain, of course. We've got to make some adjustments here. We're having not a ton of luck on some of this stuff. So let's make sure we get some other items going here. Let's try the Zamorak and Hasta next. Maybe we'll rotate into that Kodai. I'm starting to think maybe it looks pretty good. But let's try and get these Zamorak Hastas first. We're going to flip some of these safer items first today, and then maybe we'll cycle into more expensive stuff. I'm also going to continue the flipping with Ceratube series. That way, you guys can see how I flip like more expensive items, how I'm flipping, because we did do the high margin flipping guide, but I want to show you guys like naturally what a flipping session looks for me that is not on live stream and what I'm typically going for and how I'm managing those scenarios. So hopefully you guys look forward to that. Jensen Abess has subscribed to the channel. Welcome, Jensen, to the flipping team. I hope you are enjoying the content. Leave a like if you are, man. There is literally plenty of past live streams you can watch as well if you need more flipping ideas or you want to learn more about flipping and how to make money in old school RuneScape through trading items. We've also got a ton of flipping guides on the channel as well, and we have a Discord group dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. So you can join that with the link in the description below if you are interested. It's an amazing community we got going there. I think we're over 1,400 members now, which is crazy. Thank you guys for joining that. Things are going well. The biggest items we flipped today are the Dragon Hunter crossbow and the Dragon Hunter lance. I'm hoping we get some bigger margins like that as well. I do have a good feeling about these brimstone rings and the abyssal bludgeons, even though the abyssal bludgeons are taking a little bit longer than I would have expected. That's a good sign. It means the item should be trending upwards, and it's a good sign for us. We got those hostas really quick. We're gonna have to see if they actually are coming down on us. I don't really know, but they typically don't buy that quickly. We'll see. We'll be patient. We'll let it do its thing. You guys know, if I'm patient on a lot of these items, especially on the sell offers, we do have a good amount of luck on them. Look at that. Already selling. Perfect scenario on those. We're only going to wait, I would say, 3 minutes on the brimstone rings, and then we're going to turn around and sell them. And the reason that is because we're only waiting for one more, so that's only like another 20k profit, whatever the margin was on it. And sometimes it's not worth waiting. Sometimes you just want to hit that margin as quickly as you can. We're going to do the same thing with the bludgeon here, since we're picking up the last couple bludgeons pretty quickly, which is not always a bad sign, but again, the bludgeon is really high in price right now, so we do have to keep that in mind as we go ahead and flip them. And we did get all of those brimstone rings. I'm hoping the margin's going to hold for us as we go ahead and sell one. And these mahogany planks are actually going quite slowly, but they are working, which I'm very happy about. Let's go ahead and check the shark again as well. Maybe after the shark, we'll try to do some of those lower end PVM items, berserker rings, archer's rings. We'll showcase those for you guys. 716 is the correct margin, so let's list it right on margin and just be patient. Actually, what do we buy them for? 712? No, so we can take 715 and be fine with a 3 GP margin. That way we can clear up another slot to flip as well, and then we're going to make more money from that alone. 1.1 mil in profit, 36 minutes into the stream, doing really well so far. Margins are looking great right now. I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. Leave a like if you are, and let's keep flipping. And let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping in the live chat. Is it below or is it on the side? I think it's on the side. Maybe that side? Yeah, it's probably on that side. What are the soundtracks you're always playing during your streams? It's funny you ask that. They're basically from royalty-free mixes that I find. I do have a big sheet that has all the songs on it. If you would like access to that, it is in my Discord group, and I can send it to you. That being said, I believe next stream we're gonna have a bunch of new beats that we're gonna use, a bunch of new songs. So it's gonna get all mixed up. So I hope you guys are excited for some new tunes on the live stream. Also, for the 24-hour live stream that's coming up too on Tuesday, October 20th to the 21st, very soon. I'm excited for that. That 24-hour live stream is going to have some new songs as well, because I mean, we need music for 24 hours, right? So it's, you know, I've had to put some time into putting a mix together for that. It's funny because that whole stream is probably going to get demonetized at some point, right? So it wouldn't even really matter if we use royalty-free or not, but I typically like to use royalty-free music. I don't want to use an artist's work without their, you know, consent, or, you know, without giving them credit if that's what they want. Watching everything slowly here. Bludgeon's a little bit concerning. We might go ahead and just knock them down another 10k. Again, we got to be very careful with selling these off, right? Okay, I'm a little bit nervous about the bludgeons, but we should be fine. Get some water here as well, guys. Cheers. Maybe we'll cycle into a brew on the second half, but for now, I still need my coffee. I haven't had my coffee today, so we're finishing that up, and then maybe some alcohol. We'll have to see. 13 minutes on the Justiciar set. I feel like that's a little bit too long. So let's go ahead and actually bump up the margin on that and see if that's actually going to turn out better for us in the end. Get a couple of those. The crossbows, we've only been sitting on the last few for about 2 minutes or so. So we'll give it another, I would say, 2 minutes. When you're flipping these items, guys, you want to make sure that you're not sitting on things for too long unless you're trying to stretch a margin, right? And that's a whole different video, a whole different scenario on itself. But for example, I'm only going to sit on these Zamorak Hostas for another 2 minutes or so before I'm going to adjust that. And on top of that as well, like Brimstone Rings, we're not going to let those sit more than 5 minutes. Any like mid-level PVM gear, I give it about 5 minutes most of the time before making sure we're kind of sitting on the right margin, right? And for higher margin stuff, sometimes I give it like 10 minutes or so. Just give that a little bit more time to fluctuate. It will turn out better for you, and you'll typically get bigger margins. That wasn't easy to say. We are getting those Abyssal Bludgeons off as well, as you guys can see, which is really, really great. So I hope we have an accurate margin on those, and we're not, undercutting too much. We did get those sharks off as well. Really, really nice. Let's try some of the Aram's Rope Skirts next. I was thinking also, since, we were thinking about doing the Kodai Wand, I thought we might as well try some Master Wands as well, maybe. Yeah, that looks pretty good for the Aram's Rope Skirts. We've got a pretty good margin on those, so I would be happy if we were able to buy and sell a few of them. 551 million GP. We're going to do the Elder Maul, and the reason I want to do the Elder Maul here is Saraha actually recommended I try doing some of the Elder Mauls, and he was having luck with them, so we're going to give him a shot here today. We're going to see if they work out for us. Vindes, good to see you. He says, hello, senpai. Vindes, good to see you. Also known as Stu Fleece in our Discord group, one of our admins. It's good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by today. Leave a like if you are enjoying it, man. And let's make some money today. That is too much. We don't want to list for that. I did the same exact thing twice. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. I'm like dyslexic. I can't read it. There we go. No! Oh, my goodness. There we go. Finally got it right. Jeez, man. I could not type that out correctly. I'm like sitting there trying to look at the numbers and get it right. And I'm like, that looks kind of right. I put it in and it's like 112 million. Anyway, we got the listing right. That is the important part. And let's let everything go here. Like I was saying before, the Zamorak and Hostas, we probably got a little bit undercut on those, but if I had to guess, it's probably not by much, right? Since that margin was moving earlier, we're just going to knock it down a slight bit more, and we're going to list it and let it do its thing. I'm glad to see I'm not the only one messing up the price inputs, Lamau, says Adam Holman. Dude, I guarantee that by messing up, like, just small margins on things, I've probably lost, like, I don't know, over the years, like, it's probably 10 mil accumulative loss from putting in incorrect listings. Hey, it's just the price. That is the price you pay when you rush. That's why you shouldn't rush when you're flipping. Just be patient, make sure you got everything listed correctly, and let them do their thing. Michael Ingram says, let's get the likes in. Let's go. Yes, guys, of course, if you are enjoying the live stream today, leave a like. We're almost at 20 likes, and that would be amazing. So be sure to drop a like if you do enjoy the live stream. We go live so often here, especially recently. We've been doing a ton of live streams. And next week, we're going to be streaming like crazy. We've got the 24-hour live stream. There's so much to look forward to on our channel, and that's what's making me excited, right? There's so much content, and I'm so motivated to bring you guys flipping content and show you guys flipping strategies, methods, tips, whatever you guys need to succeed with flipping in old school RuneScape. I'm really excited to bring it to you guys. I'm on one of those like YouTube kicks where I'm really into making YouTube videos, and I really want to show you guys the power of flipping and how you can make a ton of money from it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Let's do the Dragon Warhammer as well. Since we are doing the Dragon Claws, we might as well cycle in and do some Warhammers as well. You need a redo for the Zami. Did I list it incorrectly? I'll give it a look here in a sec. Let's go ahead and get some of these Dragon Warhammers listed. It looks like they've actually started to do a slight price recovery. They might have hit the bottom price, but anyway. Let's see here. What do we get these going for? No, I think we had it right. 15.5. We'll do 15.535 though. We'll see if those start to go off. List that. Let it do its thing. The crossbows also are struggling right now, so we're gonna cycle out of those here. See what we can get going for the crossbow. 9,700. Yeah, that seems about right. And let's actually list some of these Dragon Claws, try to hit that margin just immediately. Typically, I like to do it with the Dragon Claws because I don't think it's that hard to control the margin on the Dragon Claws once you start buying a decent amount of the supply. So if you're flipping one back and forth, you probably don't need to do it like 1 or 2. But if you're going for a full limit of 7, you do have a little bit more buying power and a little bit more like, I wouldn't say buying power, but it's more so margin power, right? If you take off like 7 Dragon Claws from the exchange, that's actually makes a decent dent in the circulating supply, right? So you actually have a little bit more power over the flip. Almost done with this coffee here. We already have 2 Dragon Warhammers as well, so that's a good sign. Still no luck with the Justiciar armor sets. I guess we'll knock them up one more time, and we'll try to list them and try to flip a few, but otherwise we'll probably just cycle out of it. Pretty significant increase on them. We'll see if we can get a few of these going. Vidmantis says, how old are you, mate? Well, my birthday is coming up very, very soon, and I'm old. We'll put it that way. How old do you think I am? How about that? And then we'll see. I'll tell you how close you are. I look young. I'll give you that. Anyway, guys, I hope you are enjoying the live stream today. We just got these Dragon Warhammers in. We're going to turn around and sell them about 3K under the original margin. And I actually don't remember what the margin on those Dragon Warhammers was. It's like 50K or so. Vidmantis says 23 to 25. I am 23 years old. Almost 24. My birthday is very, very soon. And I cannot wait. 28. I'm honored, honestly. Everyone always thinks I look super young. So, never been to a bar without them asking for my ID, honestly. Agiador says 21 to 28. Okay, we'll take that as well. Good to see you, man. I thank you for stopping by. Vidmantis, yes, you were closest. You had the shortest range. You were right in there. Good guess, man. King Steeler also asking, how do you go about buying and selling overnights? I'm having a hard time figuring out what price I should buy items at and items I should buy for overnights. King Steeler, this is a great question. And King Steeler, at the same time, don't know if I've seen you around here before, so thank you for stopping by. But that being said, we do have an overnight flipping guide coming out. I've been working on it this week. I've got some clips, hopefully, sorry, I was working on it last week. Hopefully I'll get some more clips for it this week as well. And that's going to be a whole entire flipping guide for overnights. But for now, since you are on the live stream, let's go ahead and list I'll give you a couple items that you can do for the overnights. King Steeler, how much money are you working with? That's going to be the most important question, right? Because if you're working with a smaller cash stack, my recommendations are going to be way different than if you've got like 1 billion GP to work with. So let me know, King Steeler, how much money you are working with, and I'll be able to help you out. Dominated, I'll get right back to you, man. $40 million GP King Steeler is working with. So 20 million GP is, or sorry, 40 million, geez. That's actually a pretty good amount for overnights. So again, I typically recommend people work with high volume items on their overnights first, because flipping high volume overnight is a lot easier than flipping low volume, higher margin stuff overnight with smaller cash stacks, because it's harder to get the listings right. So I would recommend things like the Amethyst Crystal, sort of like prayer potions and stuff like that as well would be good. Prayer potions, Ceridome and Brews, stamina potions, super combat potions maybe would be quite good as well. It's Mango, good to see you. Also snack food, good to see you as well. But as far as those overnights go, I would recommend sticking, again, to high volume items. You're going to want to get those because the price listings are a lot easier. So sharks, monkfish, manta rays, sea turtles even. We talked about the sea turtles earlier. Overnight could be good. Magic logs, U-logs, things that are only going to fluctuate maybe 15 GP overnight. Those are what you're going to want to capitalize on, because with 40 mil, you can buy like 3 limits of some of these items, and a 15 mil or 15 GP flip might not seem that good, but when you have 40,000 magic logs, it actually adds up and becomes a good amount of money. You can get 1 mil flips on these high volume items very, very easily per slot, and that's going to make you a lot of money over time as long as you consistently do it. So hopefully that helps you out, King Stealer. Again, we do have an overnight flipping guide coming out soon. I have been working on it. I want to make sure all the clips in the overnight flipping guide are actually good and that the information is good. So again, been working pretty hard on that to bring it to you guys. Now let's go ahead and get these Dragon Claws going here. For some reason, they're just struggling today. So we'll go ahead and list them a little bit underneath the original sell price. And we're going to let these, the last few just sit for now, honestly. We've also got the Dragon Warhammers. We're going to let that sit for just a little bit longer. A lot of these items kind of stopped moving for us today, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Sorry guys, give me one sec. King Stealer says, thank you so much, love the stream, been a lurker for the past few weeks, popping in now and then. King Stealer, no worries, man, thank you for stopping by, and thanks for leaving a little comment for me to get to. 51 minutes into the stream, guys, 1.7 mil in profit so far. We do need some more items here, though, so I'm thinking we do the Ring of Suffering next. We didn't do the Ring of Suffering or yet, so anyway. It's Mango says, hey Sierra, have you ever flipped a Druidic item? No, I haven't. If you mean like the 3rd Age Druidic, I haven't done any flips on the 3rd Age Druidic. It just seems like a little bit too, it's not like risky, but it's not, I don't know, that's a lot of money to lock up in one item. And yes, you can make bank flipping some of that Druidic stuff because it is so low volume, right? But again, they're not my favorite items to flip because it's a cosmetic item. It's not really like the best in slot for anything. It's really just a cosmetic, a low volume cosmetic. So the price point on it is kind of hard to figure out, and they do fluctuate a lot. Of course, you could buy one, it could fluctuate up, and you can make a lot of money, or you could buy one, it could fluctuate down, and you could lose a lot of money. So that's typically why I stay away from them. Let's do the Imbued Heart as well. We're trying to flip a few of these. Sam Fuse were a good flip, says King Stealer. Did them last night. Yeah, Sam Fuse would probably be a pretty good one because they have decent price fluctuations as well. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely would recommend that for sure. Get a few of the Imbued Hearts here going. I don't really know what's going on with these Justiciar sets. I guess we bought a few we margin checked, and then the margin just kind of disappeared on us. Not sure where it went. Probably left me like my dad did. But regardless, yeah, I don't know where the margin went on this Justiciar set. So I think we're just going to back out of that flip. Although it is unfortunate, we did lose like 200k on the margin check on that, which obviously sucks. But you know what? We're going to move away from it. We're going to get another item going in its place. And we'll do something a little bit safer, a little bit more high volume, and that's going to be the Abyssal Whip. Now, I don't honestly flip the Abyssal Whips too often, but we're going to do it right now just to see if we can get a decent margin on it, because I know these past couple of weeks, the Abyssal Whips have had a decent margin, at least like 10k most of the time. So it looks like we are going to get that right now with the Abyssal Whip, so we're going to list that and let it do its thing. We're actually having a lot of competition on the exchange right now. Nothing that we're flipping is actually really working out for us. I do expect there is a good amount of competition on us right now, so we do have to try and maintenance our margins as best as possible. We are trading during it's not like a super hype time, but there's a lot of people starting to long on, right? We're coming up on that peak time. We're not there yet, but we are trending towards that direction. So something to keep in mind here. Also, we got to cut back on these Dragon Warhammers a little bit. 665, 995. We're going to list that and let it do its thing just a little bit lower. One of my favorite flips, says Vidmantas, is the Spectral Spirit Shields. Try those. Here's the problem is, on live stream, the items that I flip are going to be way different than the items I typically flip off live stream. Of course, I flip certain items on stream and off stream, but that being said, there's a lot of items I don't flip on live stream. And that is why we have the Flipping with Seratube series, because that way I can showcase these other, you know, big margin items or even smaller margin items that I just avoid on stream due to competition. That's why that series exists, right? So I can showcase that stuff. Also, let's try to sell this Aram's Rope Skirt since we just have it sitting here. Everything is going fantastic right now. I hope you guys are doing well. Leave a like if you are enjoying the live stream. It always helps me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Sitting back, kicking back on the exchange today. 1.5 mil in profit, 55 minutes into the stream, which is actually pretty good for a live stream. So very happy with the performance so far. We've seen a lot of great margins today. Also, we've seen a lot of competition today as we've rotated into the second half of the stream. So we might want to stick to something that's going to trade a little bit easier and a little bit faster than some of these items that we've been going at. We could go ahead and try to sell this Imbued Heart here. Be nice if we could get that off. That way that expensive margin check that we actually did end up doing on that Imbued Heart won't devastate us too much as long as we can sell it. But let's go ahead and actually knock down these Zamorakian Hostas. I don't think that they've been a bad flip, but they haven't really been moving the past couple of minutes, right? Or even longer than that, the past 20 minutes or so. So that is something we want to take care of here and something we want to manage. We're going to knock on the Imbued Hearts a little bit here as well. And we'll get a few of those listed to let them do their thing here. And we also need to get another item going, right? So what can we flip in place that is also going to do decent for us? And I'm thinking we try and do that Grimy Renar Weed again. We'll see if the margin is maybe stretched a little bit more than it previously did. We did list these Grimy Renars before, but what actually we ended up doing was we ended up listing under margin in order to capitalize profits. And now it's looking pretty stable and higher in price than it was before. So I don't actually want to go ahead and flip the Grimy Renar Weed then. We're going to do the regular Renar Weed. We're going to see if we can get a good flip on that. And if the margin on the Renar Weed is bad, we'll rotate into the Torstal or the Snapdragon. Those are also two good alternatives that we can take advantage of as well. And it actually looks like that is going to be the case for us today here on the live stream. So let's go ahead and check out the Grimy Snapdragon. So any of these herbs, right, whether it's the grimy version or the clean version, they're going to take a little bit longer to flip than some of these other active flips that we've been working on here. So any kind of herb is honestly really great when it's like a passive flip, right? But it's not a passive flip where you're waiting 24 hours for it to complete. They're flips that are more so like, you come to the exchange, you want to list some grimy Snapdragons, some grimy Renar Weed, you let them sit on the exchange, and then you go do Vorkath for like 2 hours, right? And then you come back and you check on those passive flips, and they're going to make you a nice amount of money. You can probably get across the 3 herbs listing pretty conservatively. You could probably get 1.5 mil just flipping grimy Snapdragons. If you listed every slot on your exchange with all herbs, I don't know, you could probably make a good bit, probably way more than 1.5 mil, but I was just talking about the, like the Renar, the Snapdragon, and the Torstal. Probably net you 1.5 mil passively while you are playing the game. So that is something I should make a video on too, because that is just such a powerful strategy to actually make money while actually being able to enjoy the game and take advantage of the exchange. It's like the best of both worlds. Sebastian says 350k made since I joined the stream. Sebastian, I'm so happy to hear it, man. Hopefully I'm showing you some new items that you can flip as well, and you're taking advantage of that, because that's what it's all about, is teaching you guys the new tips, tricks, and strategies, especially if you are someone who's trying to learn how to flip and get better at it. Then this is a great place to tune into. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying the live stream. Leave a like if you are. It really does help me out a lot, and let's keep going here on the exchange. Dominated says, if someone knows how to flip Druidics, he's most likely isn't going to tell you how to do it. Just saying. I honestly don't know how to flip Druidic stuff. I feel like it's too low volume. It's not something I want to attempt with my cash stack, really. It can be way more effective flipping multiple items with the amount of cash I have instead of investing it into one flip. It's just not, in my opinion, a good strategy. It's too high risk. But if you have the amount of money to actually afford doing it, it's a completely different scenario, right? Like if I had 3 bill, maybe I'd give it a shot, but we're not there quite yet. But one day, man, we'll be there. We kind of lost the margin on the Aram's robe skirt again, so let's go ahead and find it. I believe my guess would be it's probably like 1,380, since we were able to sell the one before for 1,400,000 and what was it, 415,000, I think is what we liquidated it for. So we'll go ahead and give the Aram's robe skirt a shot here. We're gonna list 12 of those, let them do their thing here. We also have the Abyssal Whips, which unfortunately did stop buying, so we're gonna turn around and sell the rest that we do have. It's gonna be about a 60k gain as long as we can get this margin off here, which actually shouldn't be too difficult to do. Yeah, there we go. Very, very nice. Jensen Abess says, I'm an event master from the Saraha community. We are partners. Yes, we are. Welcome. I appreciate you joining, man. And we got the Abyssal Whip selling off as well. Very nice as we get this nice cash flow coming into the stack. Almost at 2 million GP here. 1 hour into the stream. 1.87 million in gains so far. We'll probably rotate to hopefully some more expensive stuff here as the stream goes on. But again, we want to avoid risk as much as possible, especially on the live stream, because you don't want to show too many great margins on the live stream, as you'll probably bring some competition into your exchange and into your money making strategy. So again, that is why the what's it called, the Flipping with ZeroTube series exists, is so you guys can see the items I'm flipping off stream and how I'm actually managing those situations. Nice to see the face behind the name, says Jensen. Dude, I'm just glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad you're coming over from the Saraha community, saying hi, spreading the love. I do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, and of course, if you have any questions, let me know. Vindes says, hey, Dom, with a smiley face. Yeah, it's good to see you, Dom. Thanks for stopping by, man. I try to be, like, as entertaining as possible, so I know, like, a lot of the content we put out on the live streams is helpful for, like, anywhere from beginner flippers to advanced flippers, but that true flipping mastery level is, it's, you know, if you're truly like a flipping god, then you probably know a lot of this stuff already, and you're trying even different scenarios as your cash flow is just on a complete another level. Malik Jones says, is that plugin bannable? It is not. It is a RuneLite plugin, and RuneLite is verified with Jagex as a safe plugin to use, and everything is inside of the rules. So it is not bannable to use this plugin. If you actually think about it, the plugin is only showing you, it's only doing the math for you. You could easily do the math and figure out all of these different situations, and that's how we used to do it back in the vanilla days, before we actually had this plugin. And I don't know, I talked about this last time, but does anyone remember the days without the Flipping Utilities plugin? It's almost like hard to remember a time before, and I don't know. I must have listed those wrong. I was supposed to do 13 million, but being the very intelligent man I am, I listed them at 12. Feels bad, man. Literally, I hate when that happens. You wait so long for a flip, and then you list it incorrectly. It was bound to happen. We shouldn't be rushing the flips here, but that's what's going to happen, right? So, anyway, we'll get past it, and we'll keep going here. Now, we do have 761 million GP. Let's do the Armadillo chain skirt. Actually, let's do the Armadillo crossbow. That's going to flip a lot of stuff right. Or a lot of stuff. It's the Armadillo crossbow is going to be a lot quicker. Lost my commentary here. We're going to liquidate the jacket here, guys, as we move into the second half of the stream. It's getting a little bit hot in here. Woo-wee! We're heating up as the profits are coming in like an insane train is what the profits we're coming in like, okay? Did you flip before there was a GE in OSRS? No, because when I started playing OSRS, it was like when free-to-play came to old school RuneScape. So that's when I started, and around that time, the Grand Exchange came out. Also, let's sell this. Let's see what the margin's on it. I had too much coffee. I'm going crazy. Pretty good margin on the Armadillo crossbow right now. 24,920,500. We're going to list that, let it do its thing. We'll get about 7 of those going here. Also, let's go ahead and do the Din's Bulwark as well. We did check this a couple of streams ago, and it actually had a really great margin on it. So we're going to see if we can actually hunt another great margin on it again. I didn't even sell it back, and I'm trying to find the margin, didn't even sell it back. Good stuff. Thank you for saying my name right, says Malik, man of culture. I do my best, but sometimes I honestly mess up a lot of the names. So I do my best, and I do my best to remember as well. So I'm glad you appreciate the effort that I'm putting in to try to get it right. I treat everyone as a family here. You know, we make flipping gains together as a community. We share our experiences, our strategies, and I'm just glad you guys are enjoying it. Leave a like if you are enjoying this live stream. Honestly, it really does help me out a lot. Now, we do have a Discord community as well. If you guys are interested in joining that, there is a link in the description below for that. And we'd love to have you in there. We talk about flipping strategies and things like that. It's basically like the live stream, but it's help 24/7 for the most part. We're going to knock up the imbued hearts yet again. We're only going to get 5 of them around this time. And the reason I want to do 5 is I don't want to list too many. Just because we don't really know where the margin went on that imbued heart. So we just have to be a little bit careful with our listings. Lewintag says, have you ever tried the Staff of Balance? I was doing them and they are very, very passive. No, I have not done the Staff of Balance, but I thought about doing it the other day, but I, avoided it. Now, I think these hostas did crash on us, unfortunately. I'm trying to sell them off here, but again, we did get 3 of them off for the margin, but now we're just not getting any good margin on them. We listed them 10K under where we bought them, and we're still not having a lot of luck on the sale today, so it's just a little bit of a problem. I love this song. This is my favorite song on the entire mix, guys. It's literally my favorite one. Also, the Dragon Warhammers also not performing for us here on the exchange today. We're going to have to see what to do about this, unfortunately. I guess we'll do 630. We're going to just list it right on margin. Not on margin, on our buy price. And we're just going to hope they sell, man. Jensen says, I'll join the Discord. We would love to have you in there, Jensen. Isn't the Staff of Balance like a 17 mil item? I think it's a pretty expensive item, right? It's probably relatively slow trading if I had to guess as well. There we go. That's a little bit better as far as lighting goes. Actually, is it? Hold on. We gotta turn the light like that. Okay, I feel like that's a little bit better. We're also not having any luck with the Aram's robe skirts, and I feel like that's actually an issue. I feel like we should maybe try to fix that around a little bit. Let's go ahead and do the Berserker ring next, maybe. See if we can get a good margin on those going. By the way, guys, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash deck or anything related to flipping in old school RuneScape, let me know. I would love to help you guys out and give you some tips, tricks, item recommendations, whatever you want. Honestly, I've been asked like 1,000 flipping questions here on stream, and I love just like thinking on my feet and thinking about like, hey, what would be a good flip to do with a 50 mil cash stack if I can only play 30 minutes a day? I just like answering questions that are like weird scenarios about flipping And I literally love flipping and money making in RuneScape. I don't know why I'm so addicted to it, but it is my favorite thing to do. And as we start to make more money, you know, as our cash stack grows, we're even making more and more money. So it's just really great to see how effective flipping is and how powerful it can actually be to learn flipping and like learn how to do it properly. And that's why I love coaching it. Verworkfin 1996 says, this is looking better than yesterday. Yes, the exchange is performing really well for us right now. We're 1 hour, about 10 minutes in, 1.8 mil in profit. We were doing really well at the start of the stream, and then things actually did kind of progress a little bit and slow down for us. But we are going to take the, you know, make the best of the situation we're in and try to make some money. Excuse me, guys. Make some money from what we're flipping today. Now, the Amethyst Crystal is probably one of my favorite high volume items, along with like the Zara scales. I just find them to be super, super good as far as profit goes. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this light. Is that better for lighting? It's hard to tell because I've got this like big shadow on my face. But anyway, sorry, just kind of like, I can't decide what I like, right? Very indecisive. That should be fine. Anyway. It's not like you're staring at me anyway. We got the flips going. That's what we got to watch. Let's see. We do need to check this Amethyst Crystal. Wow. Solid margin on those Amethyst Crystals right now. Over 10 GP. We're going to try to take advantage of that as quickly as possible. Also, we have Sebastian Farlow says, this is a monumental moment. The cash stack just hit 30 mil from 27 mil earlier. Sebastian, congratulations. Dude, I'm just so happy that like you're starting to pick up all these flipping strategies and you're incorporating them, and clearly it's paying off. You just went from 27 mil to 30 mil, which is incredible. So congratulations to you. I just provided some flipping tips and information. You did all the work. So congratulations to you. And dude, keep going. I need to see that at 50 mil, Sebastian. Until that's 50 mil, I will not be satisfied. Anyway, guys, we're going to flip the Armadyl God Swords next. We'll probably follow that up with the Bandos God Sword, maybe, and then we'll try some Armadyl Helmets. These are just some really good high-volume items that we can try out. Oh, wow, we're really good margin on those Armadyl God Swords. I don't know why the margin is so high on them right now, but we'll definitely try to flip these. It's not, like, amazing, but it's pretty solid. Let's get these imbued hearts taken off the exchange as well. And we'll actually use the extra slot that we do have to start selling these Armadyl crossbows here. As, you know, the Armadyl crossbows are a really great... The reason I like flipping the Armadyl crossbow so much is it's such a stable flip. A lot of the Armadyl, like the Armadyl chestplate and the Armadyl chain skirt, they're very unstable. But in my experience, the Armadyl crossbow is just a super stable item. Let's see. Still have 918 mil to work with. I just feel like we have so much GP these days to throw into all these flips. Let's go ahead and do... let's try the Vigoras. We did try the crossbow earlier, and I think we did actually flip them, but I don't think we filled the full limit of them. So we're not going to go back and flip the rest of the crossbows because we'd have to pay for another margin check just to flip less of them. So it's probably not what we'll do, but the Vigoras chain mace is a very similar item, right? And has a similar trend for the most part. So anyway, guys, I am going to grab a beverage for myself here. In 1 second, I'm just going to list this flip first, and then we're going to go grab one. And then... I'm also going to use the bathroom as well. So I just need like maybe 2 minutes off stream. I will be right back as soon as we list this. And it looks like we've got a bunch of sell offers in and everything. Everything is looking good, so I think we can leave it for a little bit. We're going to have to sit on those hostas for a little bit longer than I'd like, but I will be right back, guys. Good to see you guys. And Sebastian Carlson, thank you for stopping by. And just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back, and we got all of the Armadillo crossbows and the Archer's rings sold off, so honestly, that's really great. MSR Kyoto says, heading off now, bro. Cheers for the tips, and enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you, man. I do appreciate that. Also, we've got a nice little local New York beer for us to enjoy today. It is an hazy IPA, so we're going to take a nice little... I'll crack it on stream for the satisfaction, of course. Very nice. And cheers, guys. Typically on the weekends, we like to enjoy a nice little beer and get our flips going. But besides that, let's go ahead and do the Zamorakian Spear next. So the reason I want to do the Zamorakian Spear is if we just did the Zamorakian Hostas and they crashed on us, then the Zamorakian Spears, did I spell it right? Okay. The Zamorakian Spears will be good because the Zamorakian Spear and the Hosta are very correlated in price. So if one is low or crashing, if you're flipping one and then the other crashes or has a really good margin or whatever the situation is, the Zamorakian Spear is likely to have a similar margin or a similar tendency because you can easily convert between the Zamorakian Spear and the Zamorakian Hosta. Like, I think you just pay a guy, it costs like 100k at the Barbarian training place or something. Clearly, I know a lot about this game. A nice little New York local brew. It's pretty good. It's 8% alcohol content, which is kind of a lot. Pretty heavy. Anyway, we still have 967 million GP to work with. We might as well do the Dragon Arrows, and I know some of you might be like, why are you flipping some of these high volume items when you clearly have a ton of money to work with? It's all about a risk thing, right? I want to flip things right now that are going to flip quickly and easily, and I do believe that the Dragon Arrows is just going to fill that scenario for us. Also, the Dragon Arrows are a very good flip. They typically have really nice margins, and sometimes you can like instantly buy and sell them, but that is a rarer scenario. But that being said, Dragon Arrows are amazing with smaller cash stacks. Like if you've got around 10 mil, then you can flip the Dragon Arrows without a problem. They are not the easiest flip. They take like at least a little bit of flipping experience, so I wouldn't recommend it being for, if you're new to flipping, I would not recommend it as your first flip, but I would recommend it as a follow-up flip because it is quite good. Also, considering that the Zamorakian Spears are trading for like 350k lower, I'm very nervous for these Hostas. We are going to knock them down a good bit here to 425, and I'm really hoping they sell, because if they don't, then it could be a pretty big loss on those, actually. It could almost be a million GP loss if that is the case, but we're going to hold through. We're going to see what happens. Do you think Adamant Darts are good? I've had really good margins with them. Honestly, Adamant Darts are one of the best high volume flips. And the reason that is because the limit, first of all, is quite high. 11,000 every 4 hours. Really good limit. Also, on top of that, the Adamant Darts are really cheap. So I do find them to be a very nice flip for smaller cash stacks. And that is why I showcase them so often in the 10 to 100 mil flipping series. I used to do them all the time on that series, and I was like, I have to stop showcasing this item, because people are just going to say I'm using the same item over and over again. So that's why I stopped doing it on that series. But yes, in my opinion, it is a very good item to flip. Everything is buying and selling quite easily right now, so there's not a ton of problems going on. And here we go with the Hostas. You can see that we're clearly taking a loss on the Hostas. Luckily, it's not as bad as we thought it would be, but it's still pretty devastating for the cash stack. I think it's probably about, what, like 75k loss per Zamorak Hosta, so it's going to be, I don't know, 300k or so in the end. Honestly, not too bad. You have to Tom Early, thank you for subscribing, man. Welcome to the flipping team. I'm so glad you're enjoying the live stream. Of course, leave a like if you are. Also, if you want to join us on Discord as well, Tom, there's a link in the description below. That way you can get flipping help 24/7, so you can learn more flipping tips, strategies, and honestly, a lot of people post their good flips in there, and we like discussing our strategies behind them and, you know, what we think is going to be a good investment, a good flip. There's so much content in that Discord group as well, so we highly recommend you join it. Whew. Now, these Dids Bulwarks they're selling slowly, but they're doing fine, honestly. We also, looks like we got margin checked on the Amethyst Crystal, which is a little bit unfortunate since that was a really nice margin we had on that earlier. So I guess they're probably going for 1030 now, should be about right for that. Tom Early says, watched one video and had to sub. Good work. Thank you, Tom. Tom, do you have any flipping experience, actually? Like, are you an experienced flipper? Are you a beginner flipper? What are you looking to improve on? And hopefully I can help you out, maybe give you some tips and tricks. We have been doing this on YouTube for about 4 years now, so I would say, you know, I'm not going to say I'm the best flipper ever, but I like to think I'm pretty good at teaching some money-making strategies for people that want to learn how to use the Grand Exchange to make money. Verworkfin says, did you do tacits already? We did do tacits. We actually did them towards the beginning. These Zamorakian spears actually might sell for a good bit, considering that the Zamorakian hostas are, we're selling them for a loss, but the Zamorakian spears actually might turn out well for us. We're going to turn around and try to sell a few, though. I might go above margin. I'm going to go above margin, actually, when we're going to sell these Zamorakian spears. And I want to do that because if the hostas are trending downwards, I don't know. I feel like the spear and the hosta will come to like a similar price point, right? So if we list above on our sell offer for the Zamorakian spears, I feel like there's a good chance it actually will fill. We got these Amethyst Crystals coming in right now as well. Things are looking up for us here on the exchange today. Very happy with it. It's funny because now I'm cold. I need my suit jacket back. Almost knocked my hat off. Alright, we're back in action. We're looking official. We're here at the exchange today, trading the items. And yes, we dress up every single time we get to the exchange because we want to tear it up here and we want to be taken seriously because we're taking that GP off the exchange and into our cash stack. So let's keep going. If we buy more Zamorak spears, then I think what we're going to do is we'll sell on our margin before, but if we're just waiting for more Zamorakian spears to come in, we might as well try to stretch the margin as best we can. Let's see, we got some dragon arrows coming in. We'll keep an eye on those. If we don't get any by 6 minutes, we're actually going to relist some of those. Let's do the Armadillo chestplate next. Again, the Armadillo chestplate and the chain skirts, I know we talked about this a little bit earlier on the stream. They're definitely not as consistent, right? They are way funkier. The margins are way crazier on some of these, like the Armadillo chestplate and the Armadillo chain skirts. They're way crazier. So you just have to be careful when you flip these. You have to understand it is relatively risky to actually go ahead and do those. Just keep that in mind. Thomas Robb says, finally we synchronize here in the same time. Love your videos. Thank you, Thomas. I do appreciate that. And what video, Thomas, what video is your favorite video that I have? Because I want to know what kind of content you guys want to see, what kind of content you guys enjoy, and what's going to be helpful for you. Right now, I'm working on the overnight flipping guide, which I think is going to be very helpful for a lot of people. Everyone's been talking about, you know, the overnight flipping guide coming out for a while now. We do have an overnight flipping guide that we came out with a long time ago, but we're going to do an updated version just for you guys. So I've been working on getting clips for that as best as I can. I want to make sure when I do release the guide that it's got plenty of good clips in there, and the commentary is also up to par as well, so you guys get the information as quickly, consistently, as clearly as possible. That way you can take advantage of it. Tom Early says, I'm interested in overnight flipping for sure. Overnight flipping is a super powerful way to make money because, again, you don't have to spend any time in RuneScape really with your overnight flips. It takes a little bit of effort to actually list the items before you go to bed, but then you log in, you sell the items, and you make money for it, right? So it's one of the best ways to use the exchange, especially for casual players. You know, I don't expect everyone in the game to sit at the Grand Exchange like I do and actually buy and sell items back and forth, but I would at least encourage people to do overnight flipping because you can just make so much money with such little effort that if you're not using overnight flipping and you're not putting any flips in the exchange when you log out, it's just a big missed opportunity. And I feel like people are maybe afraid to lose money or they're too lazy to do it. And it's just not really a good mindset to have, in my opinion. Right? Like, you have limited time playing the game, you might as well play it with as much money as possible. Pretty good margin on some of these orbital chain skirts as well. We'll definitely try to flip a few of these. They're definitely a little bit harder to flip, so again, we're going to be patient with them, let them do their thing. Since we did cut back on the Zamorak spears, I think we're just going to go list on margin, try to get those off as quickly as we can. And this Elder Maul, we still don't have any of those, so a little bit interesting here. We already have 2 chain skirts as well. Let's go ahead and list them. All right, we'll keep a close eye on those guys. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream today. Leave a like if you are. Really does help me out a lot. Guys, we've got tons of flipping content coming to the channel this week. I took off work this week, so there's plenty of videos and stuff that I'm going to work on and plenty of live streams as well. And we'll be doing extended streams like this. Typically, when we get on the exchange, we're only flipping for, you know, about an hour or so. But today, we're going to go a little bit longer because, I don't know, I'm bored. I've got the time, so let's do it. Thomas Robb says, low money stack and non-risky flipping for beginners. Yes, those are my favorite videos to make. I love making videos for people who are just starting out with flipping, because I think I can convey the information about how to start really, really well. Thank you, Lewinteg. I do appreciate that. It should be fixed by now. Sometimes my microphone gets a little messed up, so I do apologize. It should be fixed, though. Anyone that's been in a couple streams of mine knows that it's just the way it works around here, dude. But again, Lewinteg, thank you for letting me know. I really do appreciate it. As well as you, Ajidor. I think I'm saying that right. 125k, right on the margin there, is what we're going to sell these Armadillo chain skirts for. They're actually making us a good bit of profit here, which is nice, because these Armadillo chain skirts are not in operation yet. King Steeler says, is GE Tracker worth getting? In my personal opinion, especially if you're trying to learn how to flip more efficiently and make more money, yes, GE Tracker Premium is definitely worth it. And the best part about GE Tracker Premium is I'm actually sponsored by GE Tracker. They're a partner of mine. So if you use my link in the description below for GE Tracker Premium, you won't get a discount or anything, unfortunately, but it is another way to support the channel. I do get some of the revenue from that if you do sign up with the link in the description. So if you are considering GE Tracker, it doesn't do any harm to use my link. It actually helps me out a little bit. So if you do want GE Tracker Premium, I would highly recommend using my link. Of course, you don't have to, but if you do, I get a little bit of money for it, and it doesn't hurt you at all. So a little bit of a shameless plug, I know, but it would be nice. Planka Planka says, to flip with high value items, you pretty much need GE Tracker Premium. Especially, you need access to the graphs on there, the day graphs. And if you saw my recent video on high margin flipping, then yes, GE Tracker Premium is very, very important because it lets you see daily what the item, like the direction the item is trending in, and how you can actually capitalize on the item and its margins. Robert Smith says, guys, I've got to eat. No problem, Robert Smith. Enjoy your food, man, and hopefully you make it back here in time. If not, no worries, man. Enjoy the rest of your lovely, lovely Sunday, and I hope to see you in the future, man. Cheers. Now, I think we did say that we would take a look at this Elder Maul here. It's, you know, the Elder Maul is just an item that it does have good margins, but for some reason, I have trouble flipping the item always. I can never flip it easily. We did instant sell it though, which is great. And let's see. 221. Yeah, so it was basically for the buy price what we sold it for, which is great. We made like 1K on it or something, very low. Let's see, we do have some extra slots to flip with now. Let's do the Primordial Boots next. I think that 8% beer is getting to me. We're going to do the Primordial Boots next. The Primordial Boots are a fairly quick flip considering how much they cost. And also, the Primordial Boot limit is very high as well, right? So, it's got a really insane margin right now. I don't expect this to actually go ahead and flip, but we're definitely going to give it a shot, and we're going to try to hit that margin. Also, let's go ahead and list a few of the Master Wands as well. Master Wands are a really great flip that you can use because here's the thing with the Master Wands is recently a lot of them have come onto the Grand Exchange through the Prime botting that's been going on. As a lot of the bots do Mage Arena to actually go at, not Mage Arena, the Magic Training Arena I think it's called. Not exactly sure what it's called, but a lot of the bots do that, right? And that's actually where the Master Wands come from. It's where the Mages books come from as well, I do believe. So I actually like doing the Master Wands at this current state in time because there's a lot of supply in the game. The volatility is very high, and when volatility is high on an item, it means the margins are typically a lot better. A lot are being traded back and forth, which means a lot of profit can be made. And guys, here on this channel, we love profit, we love money making, so we're all for it. Now, we did get those Zamorakian spears off as well here, and we actually got them off pretty much for on margin. We did 1K less than its original margin, but it did work out for us, so it's very good. Also, we have these Armadillo chain skirts as well, which have been really performing for us here today, so we're going to turn around and sell the rest of them that we do have. Also, since the margin on these Primordial Boots is so high, and I'm actually not used to seeing this, you know, this big of a margin, we're actually going to take advantage of it as quickly as possible and sell the 3 that we do have. Now we have 4. We're going to sell them off as quickly as we can. Typically, when I'm flipping some of these items, especially the ones that are a little bit more expensive, if I see a margin that is higher than usual, just through my opinion, I will go ahead and try to buy and sell the item as quickly as possible because, first of all, I want to make up for the margin check cost. If I check the margin and, you know, I'm down, let's say for the Primordial Boots, you know, 200K or so, and I'm down on the item, then I do want to sell it as quickly as possible. And 2, you want to capitalize on the margin, right? So make up for the margin check. That's the most important thing. That way, like worst case scenario, you're breaking even, and second is maximizing your profit. Was making 200K each one, says Aaron. Bought and sold quick AF. That's what I like to see. I like when those items trade nice and fast. That way we can secure that margin and make some easy bank. Thomas Robb says, how long will you be online today? Who knows? We're just flipping on the exchange, having a good time. And I don't know. I don't know how long we're going to be live, but don't have too many time constraints. So basically as long as I feel like it. This Primordial Boot margin is insane right now, bringing us a ton of profit here. Let's keep capitalizing on it as much as we can. Same with the Fremi kilt, says Aaron. Aaron, I actually love flipping the Fremenic kilt, but it's an item that I do off stream most of the time. The reason I like it so much is 1, it's used in PvP a lot, which means it's got some demand behind it, and 2, it's pretty unique for an item, right? It's a treasure item, I'm pretty sure. Treasure, what do they call it? Treasure trails, I think. Sorry, when it comes to RuneScape in general, I'm kind of a noob, but I do know how to make money. That being said, I think it's a treasure trail item, right? So it is unique, and it does give PvP bonuses, and people like it. I don't know the exact bonuses, but I know it does have demand behind it. That makes the margins on it very, very good, because there's only one way to enter the game. The supply is pretty low, and the margins are very, very strong. Soon as we run out of beer, says Robert Smith. Exactly, man. We've got a nice little New York local beer here today. It's actually an 8% beer, so I'm actually getting a little bit twisty with it, which I guess is a funny way to say it, but it's definitely hitting me. I can feel it. It's strong, but it's a good tasting beer, and we're going to be able to make it through. Don't you worry, guys. I won't let you down. We're going to make money on the exchange, regardless of if we've drank in a little beer or not. Kavasa says, hey, sorry for coming in late. Kavasa, not a problem. Welcome to the stream, man. We still have another open slot that we need to take advantage of, so let's go ahead and do the Dragon Crossbow next, guys. The Dragon Crossbow it's kind of one of those, like we were talking about earlier on the stream, where we were talking about passive flips. The Dragon Crossbow is one of those passive flips, where you kind of you can log on, list the flip on the exchange, and kind of let it do its thing. Unfortunately, in this scenario today, we are not going to be doing the Dragon Crossbow because the margin's just not good enough for us. That being said, we might want to leave this extra slot open. That way we can actually go ahead and sell these primordial boots that have been coming in really, really fast. To 31485. We're going to knock it up just a little bit. Sorry, my RuneScape client's getting a little bit laggy. It's not affecting me, but hopefully it's not affecting the viewership experience too much. Doing my best to make it as good as possible. Let's go ahead and sell with the extra slot that we do have, the Armadillo chest plates. Again, we do want to make sure we can actually get a good margin on these, since we did put a listing in before, but it took a while to actually buy them out. So, anyway. Kavasa says 32 viewers and only 24 likes. Come on, start liking. If you're enjoying the live stream, I would really appreciate a like. The liking actually means a lot to me, and it helps my content a lot. So it not only lets me know that you guys are enjoying it, but it helps with the YouTube algorithm that everyone talks about as well. So I really would appreciate if you did drop a like if you are enjoying it. Anyway, let's go ahead and adjust the margin on these Armadillo chest plates. It looks like they probably came crashing down on us a little bit, but we're going to be patient and we're going to hold the margin, and we're going to see if we can actually sell these off. I do believe we will be able to. 37580 is what we bought for it, so we don't want to sell for 37590. We want to actually go higher than that. And like I was saying before, these items are like so inconsistent, and that's why they probably bought really fast. We'll do 376605, which actually is a pretty bad margin on the item. I actually was not paying attention, and we're not getting as good of a margin as I would have liked. Anyway, though, we're doing our best here. We have, what is it, 2.489 mil in a profit, guys, so far on the exchange. It's been going super, super well today. We still have 781 mil to flip with, though, and let's keep going here, I guess. Now, we're going to do the Dexterous Prayer Scroll. Now, the Dexterous Prayer Scroll is not something that I actually personally recommend doing a manual margin check on. I actually recommend you use a site like GE Tracker to see where this item is trading around. But because we are on live stream and I like to showcase the whole process here on live stream, we're going to go ahead and actually manually check this. And we've actually got a decent margin on it right now. Looks like it's probably about 200K or so. So we're going to list that and let it do its thing. Excuse me. Tom Early says, do you sell passive flips right when you wake up? That's actually a good question, and what I would recommend doing, Tom, is it's really up to you. Personally, usually when I wake up and I come onto RuneScape, I'm trying to do more flipping. Shocking, right? So when I'm trying to do more flipping, I will typically instant sell my stuff as long as it is for a profit. That being said, you're probably better off listing the stuff to sell, throughout your time playing RuneScape, or if you're gonna wake up and resell some items back. How do I explain it? I like to instant sell so I can clear up my grand exchange slots and start flipping again. But if you can, wait for an hour, it's probably best to try to sell it for the best deal possible. I like to instant sell things and then reset overnight offers, and then I go to work, and then I check after work and my overnights are finished. Then I set more overnights if I don't feel like playing. So I typically instant sell. I think it's the best way to do it, but I only instant sell if it is for a profit. We'll put it that way. Not a ton of luck on these master wands, but we did pretty much finish the amethyst crystals here. So let's go ahead and sell some of these amethyst crystals, and We could probably get him up for 1,038, right? That should be about right. Tom Early says, thank you, sir. No problem. Yes, like if you want to instant sell to actually put more items on the exchange, then you should probably instant sell, again, as long as it is for a profit. 35,105, is that fine? Let me see. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think 35,095 to get these last few off is probably even better. 35,095. List that, let it do its thing. Also, we do need to check these primordial boots again. I think we just got lucky with the primordial boots, honestly. I think we just got it at the right time. We had a really good margin on it. Typically, with your primordial boots, you're only going to get like 30 to 50k, in my experience. That being said, overnight, primordial boots and Pegasian boots can be really amazing flips. If you're, because overnight, you're usually getting at least 100k on the primordial boots and the Pegasian boots, but since we're on stream, we got a good margin on it, we might as well give it a shot. Anyway. Aaron says, Hydro Leather has gone up like 700k in a few days. Imagine if I kept ones while I was flipping. Then honestly, you'd make a lot of money. I do like actually flipping the Hydro Leather, and that's actually a good recommendation. Let's go ahead and flip the Hydro Leather here today. I think this 8%er is actually really getting to me. I'm trying to keep my commentary as best I can, but typically, it's funny, when I start drinking beer most of the time, I do start slurring my words, and it's not because I'm super drunk or anything. Like, I'm actually relatively coherent right now. It's just like the way that alcohol affects my like motor functions. Like, for some reason, I slur a lot. So I am doing my best to keep the commentary as clear as possible, as crystal clear for your ears as can possibly be. Doesn't even make sense, but you know what I mean. I do try to keep it as best sounding as I can, keep my commentary up as much as possible. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the Bandos God Swords next. We said we were going to do these earlier in the live stream, but we didn't really get around to it since we didn't really have any open slots. And I did want to talk about the Armadillo chest plates as well, but let's see the margin on the Bandos God Sword first. It's about typical. Usually when you flip the Bandos God Swords, it's for around 10k. Or if you can get over 10k, I do recommend flipping them, right? So since we are getting basically 10k on the dot, we will go ahead and flip these today, and we'll see if we can make a little bit of money off of them. Now, that being said, the Armadillo chest plates are performing for us today. I did list them at a little bit under the original margin. I didn't notice how much we knocked up the original buy price on the Armadillo chest plates though. So we're not making as much as I would have liked on the chest plates. That being said, by being patient and actually waiting out the flip, we were able to make some money on it. So that just goes to show you that when you're flipping, don't panic, don't freak out. Most of these items are going to fluctuate a little bit in price, so just hold steady, hold those items, and you will be able to end up selling them. Look at that too. We didn't make that much on them, but still, you know, we did make a profit. What is that, like 200 something K? 190k? Not too bad. 818 million GP. Guys, what do we flip next? I know exactly what we're going to go for. Let's go ahead and try the Grazi. Now, this is, again, one of the more expensive items that we're going to do here on the stream today. And the Grazi can hold great margins, but it's typically not an item I do on live stream, as it is relatively lower volume compared to most of the stuff that we are doing here today. It's less than 100k margin, which most of the time, if it is less than 100k, I would not go ahead and flip it really, because it's just not really worth it, right? It's such a, you know, it's not a risky item. Like, it's not like it's a really high risk item. It is risky to flip. That being said, we definitely can flip a few of these with a relatively low risk, considering the margin is very small. I do expect them to trade fast, and if they don't, then we'll be a little bit concerned. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. Also, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping, please let me know. I would love to give you guys some item recommendations for you to try out. These live streams are basically all about talking about like flipping strategies, flipping tips. So again, of course, if you have any questions, let me know. We're going to cut back on the master ones as well because they're just not really performing for us here today. We'll do 2,890,000 and we're just going to let that sell, which means we're going to lose a little bit of money on it, about 2K, as long as we can sell that for its original margin. And we do have 600 million GP today. Let's go ahead and get another flip going, and we're going to do a risky one. I just feel like let's keep up with the risky flips here today. I'm bored, right? So I want to do some risky stuff. We're going to do the Sanguesti staff next. If you guys remember last stream, we actually bought, we were going to actually flip the Sanguesti staff, but it was not buying for like a significant amount over the buy price. So it was a little bit concerning, and we could have lost a lot of money on the margin check, which is why we actually ended up not flipping the item. Also, we're going to knock up the margin on the, what is this? The Dexterous Prayer Scroll. We're going to knock these up just a little bit here. We were listing at 26 million and 10,000 before, but I think something like 26 million and 25,000 will be a little bit more competitive, and we actually might be able to get a few of these. So I'm thinking we do maybe 4 of them, and we'll just let that do its thing for now. Kavasa says, ooh, nearly 3K subs. I know, I cannot believe that we almost have 3,000 subscribers. So thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you do enjoy the stream. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty of flipping guides and strategies that you can take to actually make more money in RuneScape. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Let's make some bank. Let's try the Carol's leather top as well. We did check earlier on the Aram's robe skirt, which actually didn't end up working for us, I don't think. So we're going to do the Carol's leather top again. We did check this at the very, very beginning, but we didn't make a lot of money off of it. And look at that. Now the margin on it is much better, so let's take advantage of it. Sorry, my RuneScape client is lagging a lot right now. I might go ahead and give it a restart here. We're going to have to see. Let's go ahead and do 14 of those. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I'm actually just going to reboot my client really, really quickly. It looks like we're lagging a lot. Currently, we're at 2.1 mil in profit, about an hour and 47 minutes in. Again, just give me a quick minute here to go ahead and relaunch my client. There's been a lot of good flips here today on the exchange. Things were not moving super fast in the beginning, but they've started to move a lot faster. So we're actually in a fine situation right now. We're almost right back in, guys. Not a problem. Didn't take very long. The nice thing is we can't look at the session because we restarted the client, but we can just do the 4-hour time frame and then we'll be totally fine, and we'll still keep the same exact profits. I haven't done any flipping today until this live stream, so we are back with I don't know why it doesn't want to show up here. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I don't really know what's going on. Let me try again. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. We're gonna do the AFK screen just for another minute here. Kavasta says, I usually get lag on RuneLite when I play on it for like 4 hours. Always needs to be restarted. I don't really think it's that big of a problem that the RuneLite client does lag. But, I mean, obviously I prefer if it didn't. I kind of have the same issue, Kavasa, where if I go for a while, I do need to restart my client and just get my flips, not my flips reset, but I believe it's something to do with flipping utilities. I'm not sure, but if you use flipping utilities for a good amount of time and you flip a good amount of items back and forth, sometimes it does end up lagging. Is the game going to show? I don't know why it doesn't want to show today. There we go. Okay. It took me a minute to get that right, but we finally got it. Anyway. How's the GE locked Iron Man going, says Dylan Bren. It's going well. As you can see, we're making a lot of profit. Of course, that is a joke. We are not a Grand Exchange locked Iron Man, and we're not an Iron Man at all. I've actually never done Iron Man content before, which is why I'm actually interested in doing the Trailblazer Leagues. I think it's going to be a really fun experience and something different to bring to the channel. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. 267 million GP. What should we put it into? Let's go ahead and do the Armadillo helmets. I said I was going to do these earlier, but I actually never got around to doing them. So let's go ahead and do the Armadillo helmets, see if we can get a good margin on them, and just try to make some money off of it, right? We also got 2 of those Sanguesti staffs as well. We're going to turn around and try to sell those as quickly as possible, of course. So here's an interesting situation, right? We have the Armadillo helmets here, but the Armadillo helmets, like, literally 2 days ago, were trading for like 5,150,000, right? So they've gone up a ton in price. Clearly looks like someone is making an investment onto the item. So that is actually something we are going to avoid instead, as I don't want to get into a bad situation with our flips. We will go ahead and check the Grimy Ranar Weed again, though. We'll see if we can get a better margin on it this time around. We did check it earlier in the live stream, but we weren't getting a ton of money on it. So let's go ahead and give it another check, and it looks like the margin is much, much better now. So we're going to list that and let it do its thing. The Grimy Ranar Weed coming in onto the exchange today. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Just had to go ahead and adjust something there, no worries. And we actually did get another Grazi, so the Grazi margin is not amazing right now, as I was saying before, but we are actually flipping these pretty quick compared to the normal speed you would flip the Grazi. So very happy that the trades are going faster. It's not always a problem if margins are, you know, smaller than usual, because if margins are smaller but you're trading items faster, then you can actually make more money per hour by trading those quick margins. So those Grazis actually worked really, really easy for us. So I think we're just going to go back and flip 3 more of those and just take that quick profit, right? Because there's really no reason not to do that. Josh Jones says, I'm just working on magic training as the only skill left for Dragon Slayer 2, so I cannot wait to get that done. Josh Jones, after you do Dragon Slayer 2, do you plan on going to Vorkath? I honestly think Vorkath is a great moneymaker. It's really nice to actually set flips and then go to Vorkath afterwards. It's just like a good thing to do. It makes you a lot of money. Also, we're going to do a flip that I typically don't do. We're going to do the Blighted Super Restores. Also, after that, we might try out the Superior Dragon Bones as well. We'll see if those work. Also, nice margin on the Sanguesti staff. Made us a ton of money there. I think we made like 600k on those alone. I guess we'll knock up the last few here. We'll go ahead and try to get a few more of those, though. Try to get 3 more Sanguesti staffs, flip those, turn them around, and sell them back. Make a little bit of extra money on it. We can also go ahead and get the Superior Dragon Bones going. We'll try and go ahead and flip those. The Superior Dragon Bones, they're a little bit weird, right? Because they're not the most... it's not a simple flip, we'll put it that way. Typically, the Superior Dragon Bones take a little bit more effort to actually flip. And if there's any competition on them, it actually makes them a lot harder to flip. Pretty good margin on them, though. We'll go ahead and list a few of those. The limit is a little bit less than you would hope for. It's only, what is it, 7,500 every 4 hours, I believe, on the margin. So, or on the buy price, or the buy limit. Oh my god. My commentary is so rough today. Anyway, guys, I hope you are enjoying the stream today. Leave a like if you are. We're almost at 30 likes, which is amazing. Thank you guys for stopping by today, and let's keep going on these flips. Not sure if we're going to be able to flip any more of these Grazis today, but we're definitely going to give it a shot. Need a little bit of water here as well. The Blighted Super Restores are actually working out too, and the margin on them is really good right now. We're getting over 100 GP on the Blighted Super Restores, which I'm very happy about. Again, typically the Blighted Super Restores are not a flip I do. That being said, if you've got around 100, 150 mil, and you want to go ahead and flip the Blighted Super Restores, just remember that they are not the easiest flip in the world. They are a little bit harder to flip than a typical potion would be, right? So when you are flipping them, just be careful when you watch the margins. They do fluctuate in price a fair bit, and of course they do have a lot of competition as well, as they are such a good flip. So just be careful with that. I wouldn't recommend flipping them if you don't have a ton of flipping experience, but anyway. Give me 1 second here, guys. Just have to look at something. Oh, okay, no worries on that. Sometimes, like, people message me on Discord. I just want to make sure it's nothing too concerning. So we did list these Sanguesti staffs for 128,105,000, which is actually a good bit over our original margins, about 75k over what we previously bought the Sanguesti staffs for. But we're not having any luck on those yet, so we're going to keep a close eye on it and make sure we can actually buy some. We'll probably wait about 7 minutes total before readjusting the price again. I am actually really hoping to get more Sanguesti staffs, as they did make us a fair bit of GP. They weren't our best flip today, but we did make 198k on those, which is in what, our top 5 here? Yeah, our top 6 it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So top 6, which is really, really good. So if we can get a few more of those bought and sold, I'll be a very happy clam. Oh, by the way, I might as well mention this while, you know, new people cycle in here constantly, right? So we do have the 24-hour money-making live stream coming to the channel for you guys. So I hope you are looking forward to that. That is going to be on Tuesday, October 20th to Wednesday, October 21st. That's going to be an extremely fun stream. So I hope you guys are able to make it at some point throughout the 24 hours. And we're going to do a challenge every 2 hours on that stream. So we're going to be spinning a wheel that's got a bunch of different challenges on it. And there's like chug a beer is one of them. Put my head under ice water is another one. There's so many good challenges on there. So if you guys have any questions about that stream or any challenge recommendations, let me know, because I will put them on the wheel and we can end up with them. Ice-T says, wow, you're still on it, was gone for a while. Cheers, Ice-T. We're drinking a nice local beer today while we've got these flips going as well. So it's an 8% beer, so if the commentary gets a little woozy, let me know and I'll be sure to clean it up a little bit. But good to see you again, Ice-T. Thank you for stopping by, man. I was really hoping we'd get some of these Dexterous Prayer Scrolls, but again, we haven't had a lot of luck with them. We might as well go back and put another listing in on those. And we'll be a little bit more aggressive with the buy price, I guess. Try to buy a few of these. Also, we'll adjust the Sanguesti staffs just one more time. You don't want to chase a margin too heavily, right? If you're going to chase the margin basically into non-profit is a good way to put it. Like, if you're going to keep chasing it and then at one point it's just not going to give you that much money, then you might want to stay away from it, right? Because if the item is not trending upwards in price and you're chasing that margin, then you're actually just closing the margin. You're going to make less money on the item overall. So again, just be a little bit careful with that. I'm actually going to turn around and start selling these superior dragon bones. If they do sell, we'll go ahead and finish the limit on them, but it's, again, one of those tougher flips. Can be a lot of competition on the superior dragon bones, and they're not in as much demand as regular dragon bones, right? They're not traded as often. And I don't really think these Carol's leather tops are going to work for us either, which is a shame. We're finding so many good flips that have good margins that we just are not able to hit, which again is kind of unfortunate. 1,835,995 is what we're going to list the new Carol's leather tops for. I really do want to hit this margin if we can, because they do sell pretty quickly as well. So I do really want to hit that if we are able to. I also think we sat on these dragon arrows for a while. It feels like we have not touched those in a minute here. So let's go ahead and actually sell these for 688,000. Verwork fan 1996 says, maybe someone is undercutting you with the good flips. Yeah, I do expect there to be actually some competition behind some of these flips. But that being said, that is why we readjust things quite often on stream, as I know the margins fluctuate a lot, first of all, and second of all, I do expect there to be some competition on these items, right? So we are adjusting things, making sure that we've got everything kind of in the right spot. So anyway. Looks like the grimy Renarweed is buying though. And the blighted super restores. I feel like these are doing good. So we'll just let them sit for a little bit. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream today, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. And of course, let me know in the live chat if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping. Let's actually turn around and sell these blighted super restores as well. We'll see if we can get a good margin going on these guys. Do you think the margin held? Let me know. Let me know in the live chat if you actually think we're going to be able to sell these blighted super restores for the original margin. We got Relaxing with me popping in here today. He says, "What's up? What's up, Relaxing with me, man? You always come in here. You always say that, man. And that always makes me want to mimic the sound effect as well. So good to see you relaxing with me. We're not relaxing here on the exchange today as we are making some bank. So your name doesn't really fit today." Anyway, Tyler Coleman says, "Hi, I just got here." Good to see you, Tyler. Thank you for stopping by, man. Drop a like if you are enjoying, and let's keep going. We've been going for a while today. We just passed the 2-hour mark, 2.8 mil in profit. We have been struggling on the second half of the stream today, but it's actually not a big deal. We are going to keep cycling through some items here, see if we can find some more items that are going to make us some profit. We're also going to cut back on the Sanguesti stabs as well, because they're not making us profit. Also, the Revenant Cave teleports not performing for us either. Let's check out the Zalandra teleports instead. We'll see if we can get any money on those. 11k for a Zalandra teleport. That is extremely cheap. Pretty good margin on them though. We will list maybe just 1k of them. It is a risky item considering the prime bots are likely still having an effect on the RuneScape economy, so we are going to be very careful with our listing on those. Now we're going to do these stamina potions as well. We're going to buy and sell one of these to just to find out where the margin is sitting about. Revenant Cave teleports says dominated. Dude, I saw your flip on those dominated. Absolutely insane flip. Congratulations, man. That was a ton of profit, dude. Now, we also have these stamina potions as well, right? So let's go ahead and list the limit of those, which is 2,000 every 4 hours, giving us about a 40 GP margin or so. So I'm hoping we can walk away with a little bit of profit on that. But of course, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream today, be sure to drop a like, and let's keep flipping here. I've got to readjust my chair a little bit. I feel like I'm slouching down, but we're all fixed up now, so not a problem. I'm actually curious, guys, what is your favorite flip to do? What is your absolute favorite item across the entire game to flip? Of course, if you don't want to share your favorite item, share one that you feel like is worth sharing with others in the live chat. But I would have to say, for myself personally, my favorite flip at least the favorite flip that I love doing off stream, is probably the Elysian Spirit Shield. I don't know what it is, I just feel like the Elysian Spirit Shield has some really great margins that you can take advantage of. And I have been doing it the past couple of days and just been making a good amount of profit off of it, honestly. The Elysian Spirit Shield, it tends to hold a pretty strong margin wherever it's trading at. And sometimes I'm trading that Elysian Spirit Shield for like 1 mil profit. Sometimes I'm getting like 1.5 mil margins on that Elysian Spirit Shield. And just trading that back and forth like makes me a lot of money. And it's just one of those items that is like, I don't know, it's so iconic for RuneScape, right? That Elysian Spirit Shield. It's just such an item. So, anyway. Smokestaffs says, Tomas Rob. Ajidor. Dude, I don't know how to say her name. I hope I'm saying it right. But anyway, he says, I don't flip much, but it's absolutely Adamant Darts. Dude, honestly, Adamant Darts are in my top 10 favorite flips. Such a freaking good flip. And some people don't realize how good those Adamant Darts actually are. And they totally overlook them, which is such a mistake. They are such an amazing flip. And listen, if you have a smaller cash stack, I guarantee that Adamant Darts and Solar Scales alone will make you 500k a day. Literally, if you only flip those things every day, you would make like 500k. They're such a good flip. I don't know why people overlook them when they're looking for good flips. Because when you flip the limit of the Adamant Dart, it literally costs no money. It literally costs like, how much does an Adamant Dart limit cost? 800k? Like 800k for 11,000 Adamant Darts? You can make so much money. It's incredible. Twisted Bow after your last video says, Verworkfan. I don't know how much money you're working with, Verworkfan, but the Twisted Bow, such a good flip as well, man. Dominated says Inquisitor Armor. Dude, Dominated, I gotta message you and figure out how to flip this Inquisitor Armor, because for me, personally, I have a hard time flipping Inquisitor Armor, and it's not like I try to flip Inquisitor sets or anything. Most of the time when I'm flipping the Inquisitor Armor, I'm trying to flip the Halberg, like the chestplate piece, or I'm trying to flip the Inquisitor Great Helm, and it's very hard for me to get a good price listing on those, so we'll have to sync up at another point. Elemental Orb says, Vidmantas. Do you mean the Eldritch Orb? I think that might be what you mean. It's a good flip, though, although the Eldritch Orb, you can get like 900 to 1 mil margins on it, but, excuse me, the problem with that orb in itself is it's quite competitive. It's not the easiest thing to flip, so, again, it's probably not my favorite, I'll put it that way. Although I have flipped the Volatile Orb a few times, and that has been killer. Ajidor says, any way you say it is fine. Thank you, Ajidor. I do appreciate it. My best is probably Dragon Arrows, says Josh Jones. It is always a 650k profit. The Dragon Arrows are one of those, again, one of those highly overrated, not highly overrated, highly underrated flips. Like Adamant Darts, Dragon Arrows, really good margins on both of those, and they are so underrated that I feel like there's not a lot of competition on them because they are so underrated. Ben Fair, good to see you, Ben Fair. Thank you for stopping by again. He says, Justiciar Legguards had a 500k margin last night for a bit. Wow, that is crazy. Were you able to flip a full limit of them? Because if you were, you made some bank, man. Typically, I like to flip the Justiciar armor sets. I just find them to be more consistent than the individual pieces on their own. That being said, everyone does it differently, and everyone has a different strategy behind how they flip items on the Grand Exchange. Personally, I always find flipping the armor sets is the most consistent. I really want to clear up another slot for us to flip today because we could really go ahead and flip some of the ancestral gear, which would be it would be just kind of a good item to rotate into because we flipped a lot of the other stuff that I would typically do on a live stream, and since we have been live for about 2 hours and 8 minutes, I would like to cycle into some new items maybe and try to get some other stuff going. Now, those dragon arrows were sitting for a little bit too long, so we're going to sell the dragon arrows for 679 GP each. I do believe we bought them for like low 670s. Yeah, 673 is what we ended up buying the dragon arrows for. And unfortunately, we're going to only end up with a smaller margin on it compared to its original margin of, I think it was 689, which would have been nice, but we actually did not end up getting that. So we do have to adjust our flips here to make sure that we are good where we are. We actually are moving items back and forth on the exchange. Because like I say pretty frequently, it is important to make sure your items are buying and selling within normal time frames, because if they're not, you're actually losing out on a lot of money. You want to clear up your grand exchange slots, oh my god, as quickly as possible. Not as quickly as possible, but as quickly as possible while also making as much money as possible. It's a very fine balance, and if you're trading on margin, then it's not really a concern. We did get those blighted super restores off, very, very nice. The reason I'm slurring a little bit is because I had this beer, a New York local beer, and it's 8% alcohol volume, so it's got me a little bit twisty here, but I'm doing my best to keep the commentary as clear as possible. So let me know in the live chat if you think I'm doing a good job considering my situation. There was a little bit left. We do need to cut back on these stamina potions as well. We actually want to get these off as quickly as possible, and we'll list those for 6,050. I do believe those should sell pretty quickly if I had to guess. Oh, Michael Ingram says, I like the enhanced crystal teleport seeds. I actually forgot to go ahead and list those here on live stream. I do feel like they are maybe a lower volume item that might not be great on the live stream, but I promise I will give them a shot once we're done, man. These grimy Renard weeds are still buying, which is great. Also, we got the dragon arrows off as well, so things are going good so far. Ben Fair says, I flipped 2 for that and 5 for 300k, so I was really happy because I didn't margin check it and I guessed the margin. That is amazing, Ben. I'm so glad you actually made pure profit from that. So you probably walked around with a 2 mil profit or so, which is incredible. Off one flip too. Absolutely amazing. Now, let's go ahead and do... we didn't do the Pegasian boots like we said we would do earlier, so we're going to go ahead and do those. We could also try the Kodai wand as well. Now, that is a little bit riskier of a flip, I will say that, especially on live stream, but we could give it a shot. I mean, to be honest, like, I don't really care too much if I lose money on live stream. It's all about teaching you guys the best items to flip with your cash stack and everything flipping related, so we might as well give it a shot, right? Let's go ahead and try to flip one of these Kodais here. Let's fingers crossed for a good margin on these, and let's actually hope that they do sell as well, right? It's not an amazing margin, but it is better than I thought it actually would be at this point in time. So we're gonna go list a few of these here. I do believe I listed that incorrectly, actually. 86015 is what we're gonna list them for, and we'll get 3 of those going for now. Also, we do have another open slot that we can list items in as well, so let's make sure that we have every single slot filled up so we're making as much money as possible in our time span. Let me think. We've done so many items today. It's like, it's hard to think of more items once we've had so many trades. We could do the enhanced teleport crystal, but I'm not sure if I really want to do that. Let me think of some good PVM items that we could go ahead and try. It would be good to do those Justiciar sets, but we already did a margin check on them, and we didn't have a lot of luck actually listing them. So, wow. Those, honestly, those superior dragon bones have been doing really good for us, so we're going to keep cycling back in and doing more. Verworkfin says imbued hearts. We tried doing the imbued hearts earlier. We were able to flip 1, so at least we made up for the margin check cost, but we weren't able to flip any more after that. We're going to list the Darrock's armor sets for now, just the sets themselves. Also, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, so just give me a minute here. We'll be back in literally like 30 seconds. And we are back on the exchange here, guys. Thank you for waiting. We're going to go ahead and list these Zolandra teleports back onto the exchange, as they did finish while I was gone. So we'll list them for 11,795 GP each. Also, we had for work fans say Basilisk Jaw would be a good item for us to do. And actually, I do agree with that. I love flipping the Basilisk Jaw. So we're going to turn around and clear up a few items here just so we can go ahead and do that. Also, unfortunately, we have the thing, the trend that's been happening today actually is we've been margin checking items, but they've actually costed us a lot of GP to go ahead and margin check. And like, for example, the Dexterous Prayer Scroll, we're not able to flip any of those. We've been sitting on a listing for that for ages, right? So we did pay about 200k for a margin check on the Dexterous Prayer Scroll, but we were not able to flip it. Very sad situation, but we are going to try the Basilisk Jaw next, which doesn't have an amazing margin right now, but that being said, it is going to be good enough, and I do hope that they do trade pretty quickly. We're going to list 7 of those, let them do their thing on the Grand Exchange, 2.7 mil in profit, 2 hours and 15 minutes into the stream. Honestly, I was hoping we'd be doing a lot better than this, which is unfortunate. But it is a little bit harder to flip on live stream, and these live streams are all about teaching you guys how to flip with your cash stack and teach you flipping related tips, tricks, and strategies. So of course, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything flipping related, please do let me know in the live chat. I believe the live chat's on this side, right? And if it's not, then correct me, but I do believe it's over here. And those Pegasian boots are selling extremely quickly, which is a great sign. Play LOL a lot. Dude, that's such a funny name. Play LOL a lot, or League of Legends, I think he's referring to. The thing with League of Legends is I used to play League of Legends back in the day. Like, literally when I was a sophomore in high school, it was so long ago. And League of Legends is a great game, but I have not played because the community was a little bit toxic. So I decided to quit the game forever, and I have not played since. But anyway, Play LOL a lot says, "Hey Sierra, first time catching your stream. Nice profits. Have you tried the cave teleports? They have been making me bank." Actually, we did try them earlier in the stream, yeah. But we didn't have a great margin on them, to be quite honest. So we backed away from the Revenant Cave teleports. We're actually trying these Zolandra teleports, which actually might not work out for us, surprisingly enough. So anyway, we'll try and get them off for a decent price here, though, and we'll see what we can do with those. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream today, drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping live streams and flipping content to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. We've been live for 2 hours and 18 minutes today, which is typically longer than we would normally stream, so I do hope you guys are enjoying it. We did have a nice local brew of mine. We had an 8% beer, which put me a little bit wavy, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, it put me a little bit wavy? It made me a little bit wavy. As you can see, the effects are taking hold. I don't play LOL, but isn't everyone's gaming scene toxic at this point? I don't think RuneScape's that bad. I mean, we do have a big scamming issue, and we do have a lot of bots in the game as well, but I don't think it's the end of the world, right? Things will improve. I really do feel like the RuneScape community is pretty tight. Not the OSRS flipping community. The OSRS flipping community is actually pretty tight. Yeah, because, I mean, yes, we compete with each other, but it's kind of anonymous, so I don't think people really hold grudges against each other very much. And at the same time, like, I also feel people are willing to share flips and strategies very often, right? So, especially on my Discord group, which if you're not with us on Discord, there's a link in the description below to our Discord group. Literally, I post my own flips in there. Like, if I do a good flip, I'll post it in that Discord group for you guys to see. And a lot of the times, I'll accompany my post with a little bit of an explanation, right? How I thought about this flip, the strategy that went into it behind the scenes. And the Discord's just a great place to follow up with with like the channel and with all the flipping content, right? So if you're a beginner flipper or an experienced flipper, we would love for you to join that Discord group. There's so many tips you can learn from there, and we would love to have you join the team. Lewintag says, RuneScape is the worst about it, in my opinion. So, you know, so many people, me included, that have had friends they've known for years, scam them, LOL. Again, yeah, RuneScape does have a little bit of a scamming problem. So, guys, don't scam each other. It's really not the right way to do things. Fenris, it's good to see you, man. He says, thank you for stopping by, Fenris. I hope you are enjoying the live stream today. Drop a like if you are, and let's make some bank, boys. I'm hyped up now. I just had this hype wave overtake me, so let's go make some bank. We did do the Primordials and the Pegasian boots. We're actually still working on the Pegasian boots right now, so let's give the Eternal boots a shot. Now, the Eternal boots are a really great flip, but at the same time, I do expect them to come back down in price during the next Twitch Prime event, which if you guys didn't know, I think it's like November 13th. Is when the next Twitch Prime event is starting. And that's going to bring a lot of Infinity boots onto the exchange. Now, unfortunately, the margin on the Eternal boots right now is quite small. So we're going to cycle into the Infinity boots, which actually have a larger margin than the Eternal boots. And we're going to see if these are going to show a little bit better of a margin for us. And they are, considering that the limit is a lot higher. So let's give these a shot. We're going to list them and let them do their thing. Now, the Kodai ones as well, you do need to be price adjusted here. We haven't gotten any yet. We'll do 86,045K. We're going to list that, let it do its thing. Let's make some money, guys. Tyler Coleman says, dude, I just made 300K on pie dishes. Are you serious? Pie dishes? That is insane, man. A free-to-play item as well. Very nice. Wait, really? That's a lot of money, man. Was that an active flip, Tyler? Or is that like a more of a passive flip, man? Now, let's go ahead and do the Grimy Renar Weed. We're actually just going to recheck the margin on the Grimy Renar Weed. Just to see if we are still selling for a good profit here. I'll be honest, it's not an amazing profit, but it's definitely good enough to sell for that. So we're going to take the little bit like plus 10 GP margin on those Grimy Renar Weeds and hope for the best. Let me think. So we did flip a few Kodai wands, but they're just taking a little bit of time at this point, right? So maybe let's go ahead and hear me. Sorry, I unplugged my microphone. Anyway, Dominated says, gotta go to sleep. Have a great one. See you later, Dominated. Thank you for stopping by, man. I'm gonna hit you up to learn how to flip those Inquisitor armor sets. Not the armor sets, but the individual armor pieces. Now, let's see. We've got so many good items on the exchange today. Like, we might as well try to find some other stuff to go ahead and flip as well. We did do a lot of the Armadillo stuff already, right? So, let's do the Guardian boots. I kind of forgot about flipping the Guardian boots. Maybe we can do the Mortmire Fungus as well, if we do think that is a good flip to go ahead and... Dude, the volume on those Guardian boots is so low. It gets a little bit scary at times, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we almost just bought them for 4 million GP. That's very, very concerning. Let's see here. Man, it's like when you stream for so long, like sometimes you just run out of items that you want to do. Let's go ahead and we'll try the... let's try the teleport to house, honestly. It should be a pretty simple high volume flip. That we can... Actually, we're going to try the RD teleport. Just for fun, I just saw the RD teleports here. For some reason, I feel like they're going to have a good margin. I was right, of course. We're only going to do 5k of them because I don't imagine the volume to be very high on the RD teleports. Let's also go ahead and sell the Basilisk Jaw as well. Let it do its thing. We have Tyler Coleman saying, yeah, that investment, 200k on the 20 coins each for them, and I don't really know what you're saying, Tyler. Did you mean on the pie dishes? Oh yeah, I think you do. 20 coins each on them, and you sell them for 50 coins each. Ooh-wee! Very nice flip. Congratulations, Tyler, on the pie dish flip. A nice little free-to-play flip. Now, guys, if you are watching the stream today, please leave a like if you are enjoying it. We're almost at 40 likes, which is amazing. So if you guys are enjoying, again, please drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. But of course, we need to make a little bit more GP today. So let's go ahead and sell these Pegasian boots. And maybe we'll cycle into another flip here after the Pegasians. Trying to find some good items here, man. Oh, wow, that sold really quick. A little nice margin on those. 3.5 mil in profit, 2 hours and 25 minutes into the stream today. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope your eardrums are still okay. Sometimes I get a little bit excited. Now, let's try the Staff of Light. I haven't done these really on stream, I don't think, but I did do them in my last, oh, sorry. There's a flipping episode that's coming out that I don't want to ruin it, but I did flip the Staffs of Light in that episode. $4,915K, and we'll list a few of those Staffs of Light. We still have another slot, so we're going to try the Snapdragon again as well. And hopefully, we might list a little bit closer to margin this time. But actually, before we go ahead and do that, I'm going to do the Magic Seeds first. Just because the Magic Seeds have been pretty volatile in the past couple of days. And I think we might be able to hunt a good margin on it as long as we have the patience. Honestly, it's not amazing, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway, just because we do need as many items to flip as possible since we have been live for quite some time. 39 likes. Thank you guys for smacking that like button. Literally almost at 40 likes, which is great. So thank you guys. Play LOL a lot says, and the D'Hide boots, like the Ceradomin boots, have been getting me 240k profits and are fast. Yeah, I love flipping that Blessed D'Hide stuff. Although, I will say, if you can flip that Blessed D'Hide stuff, congratulations to you, because that means you have a lot of patience. I honestly try to flip those Ceradomin D'Hide boots, and I struggle a lot, and that's because, like, the flip, if for some reason, in my opinion, those Blessed Dragonhide pieces take a lot longer than you would expect. 989 million GP. What do we put it into today, guys? We've done so many good flips here today. Now, I just have to think of what are we going to do next. We could do, like, we already did all of the Zenite jewelry. I'm thinking, what should we flip next, man? Oh, Dragonfire Shield. Great suggestion. Sorry, guys. When the stream goes on for a long time, I'm always looking for additional items to flip. And we'll do the Dragonfire Shield next. Thank you for the suggestion, Lewinteg. It should be a great flip for us here today. Yeah, pretty good margin on them today. 3,853,550 is what we're going to list them for. We'll let 7 of those go and do their thing. I listed them incorrectly. Very nice. Very nice. We'll try to sell them. Vindes, you're bad luck, man. You're bad luck. As soon as you come in here again, I list incorrectly, dude. Feels bad, man. But yes, Vindes, we are still going. And of course, we're messing up per usual. And look at that. We bought them for even more than the margin check. Such a shame, man. Anyway. Bloodshard, LOL. Bloodshard is really great, as well as the Dragonfire Ward for Work Fan, but the problem with both of those items is, again, they're lower volume items, and I don't want to flip them on live stream, as the margins are a little bit competitive on them, and I don't want to lose money, right? So, we're trying to avoid monetary loss as much as possible on the stream, even though I just go ahead and list those Dragonfire Shields incorrectly. So if you end up in a situation where you are listing an item price incorrectly, and it instant buys or instant sells, try not to panic. Just let it happen, let it do its thing. The beer might have something to do with the incorrect listings, but we're going to get past it, man. We're going to look past it. We're going to keep making some profits. 3.5 mil in profit, 2 hours and 30 minutes in, which is actually, I'm kind of like disappointed with that profit. I want to make a little bit more money. I feel like sometimes like these margins are just a little bit tough for us. So anyway, free-to-play flipping is still kind of boring. Maybe I'm not finding the right items. The problem with free-to-play flipping, Good Guy Ghoul, and thanks for tuning in today, Good Guy Ghoul. You know, the problem with free-to-play flipping is it's really like there's not that many items to choose from. It's hard to find good margins in free-to-play flipping. And anyway. It's just hard to find good items in free-to-play, in my opinion. Sorry, I was sending a text message. I'll be as transparent as possible. Have you tried out Darox sets or Darox axes? Lewintag, we already flipped them today, but thank you for the recommendation. I'm hoping we can, I guess, try to flip more herbs, because we're not making as much money as I would have liked. Like, we're 2 hours, 30 minutes in. We should be making like at least 5 mil by now. I do expect that there is a good amount of competition going on right now on a lot of these flips, and we are coming up towards a prime time, prime time, I guess, not flipping time, but prime time trading time, where a lot of trades are going back and forth. So anyway, we did Bandos, we did Armadillo. Oh, the Ancestral. We didn't do the Ancestral stuff like I said I was going to do. We'll start off with the Ancestral hats first. We'll see if we can get a good margin on these, and then maybe we'll cycle into some more Ancestral armor as well. Now, the margin on these is actually not very good right now, but we're going to do our best to actually hit the margins that are advertised, and we'll get 7 of these going. We're going to let them do their thing. Whew! Everything else is going fine. These Basilisk Jaws not going fine, actually. Going really, really bad. We're not able to sell any of these, man. What's going on? We need to get, I think, we'll do them for 55, maybe? Not 95. We're going to list that, let it do its thing. We also got those Superior Dragon Bones off, which I would imagine over time have made us a pretty good chunk of change. 120k, really not too bad. We'll do another set of them. ZWP Records, I think is how you say it. He says, do you think cannonballs are going back up or not? I do think they will go back up eventually, but right now with the Twitch Prime botting situation we've got going on, I'm not sure if it's going to go up anytime soon. But thank you for the comment. Lewintake says, like, I've been watching you from the beginning, but smoking and playing 3 accounts, so not fully watching. No problem, man. I want you to play RuneScape and enjoy it as much as you can, right? So, I do appreciate you tuning into the stream, flipping some items as well, but of course, you want to enjoy the gameplay for yourself first. Now, guys, we are at 39 likes. If we could get that to 40 likes, I would be very happy. So if you haven't dropped a like on this live stream yet, be sure to drop a like if you're enjoying it. It really does help me out a lot. It shows you guys, or shows me, that you guys enjoy the content, and I would appreciate it. So we are struggling with these Zolandra teleports just slightly. So we're going to go ahead and buy another Zolandra teleport to see where it's trading around. 11,750, so 11,745, which I believe is close to where we bought them. Honestly, I don't know how long ago we bought these. Oh, we bought them for 11,685, so we're actually still pretty good selling those for 11,745. Shouldn't be a problem. These Basilisk Jaws are, you know, that's what's really throwing me off, to be quite honest. I wish we were going to make a little bit more on these, and a lot quicker as well. They're typically not an item that takes that long to trade, so I'm actually shocked we haven't been able to sell them off as easily as we bought them. My throat's getting all dry from all the commentary, excuse me. We're just sitting back, kicking back, waiting for these items to sell. Things are taking a little bit of time right now. The trades are going a lot slower than I actually thought they would be going. So we'll just sit back and be patient with everything here. These already teleports are going to buy slowly, but I actually do think they're going to do pretty good. Lewinteg says, do you ever try ornament kits? I was doing decent with Anguishes / BGS. So the nice thing about the ornament kits now is if you put them on an item, then you actually will not lose it you won't lose the item when you actually die with it, and you don't have to pay the death fee, right? Because the item will stay with you since it has an ornament kit on it, which is nice, which is obviously a really great thing. That being said, I don't flip the ornament kits very often. Not because I don't think they're a good flip. They're just not as consistent as some of the other flips I like. And when I'm flipping, I really go for consistency. That's like my main goal. Anyway, let's go ahead and sell these magic seeds here, guys. No, I don't want to reset anything there. We'll sell them for 112,395. We're going to list that, let it do its thing, and we'll let that sell. Let's see. We've got, let me adjust this camera actually just a little bit here. Now, we've got one staff of light, but we haven't been able to get another one. So we're gonna, we've been waiting for it for about 10 minutes or so. So I do believe we lost the margin on this. I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess we'll just go ahead and sell this for its original margin and walk away from the flip with a break even. I guess the Staff of Light is probably a better flip to do off stream as it is a lower volume item. Also, let's adjust these ancestral hats as well, guys. We'll set them for 14,670,000, and we're gonna let that sit and do its thing here. We'll let these items go for a little bit here. Things are looking fine so far, not a ton of problems. Play Lol a lot says, I don't know if you've tried the Blighted Potions today, but those are great. We actually did do the Blighted Potions today, believe it or not. We did them a little bit earlier. We weren't able to finish the full limit of them, but we were able to, trade, it was 1,110 of them. Or something like within the 1,000 range. And we actually got a really good margin on them. I think they're one of our better flips today. Maybe not. Maybe they're on the second page here. Yeah, here they are. 76k on the Blighted Super Restores. Looks like we were able to flip 1,012 of them, which is also a very good amount. And we got those Ancestral hats off as well. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and try the Ancestral Robe Bottom, maybe. The hats were doing good. They just were not trading very fast, right? So, I like flips that are going to trade quickly and make me a lot of money in a short amount of time. So that's typically what I aim for, is flipping speed, not always flipping margins. And I recommend you try to do the same, right? Like, of course, you always want to trade good margins as well, as long as the item is actually going to trade for that margin. But at the same time, make sure you're not forgetting about how fast an item is going to flip in general, because flipping speed also plays into flipping profit, right? You want to get more trades as fast as possible, because if you're doing more trades, you're making more money. 3.2 mil in profit. We've paid a lot back to the exchange on margin checks today, so we do need to be a little bit careful with some of our price listings here and just the way we go about margin checking items. How long have we waited for those already teleports? 10 minutes? We'll go ahead and sell these, actually. 507. The Grimy Renarid is actually selling, although it's kind of slow. These Basilisk Jaws are... What a horrible flip, man. It makes me so angry. When you're sitting on an item for too long, it was a good suggestion. It just didn't really work out for us today. And typically it is a pretty good flip. So anyway, 2-hour stream so far, says Reinert. Actually, 2 hours and 40-minute stream so far. So we've actually been going for a while today. But that being said, Lewinteg saying it Toxic Staff. Toxic Staff is a pretty good flip. But the Toxic Staff also as well is not something that has an amazing margin on it. Recently, at least. I have not been getting a good margin on it. So I've actually avoided it. Although it is in my normal flipping arsenal. So I do flip the Toxic Staff a fair amount. Just recently hasn't been as good. And we finally got to 40 likes as well. Thank you guys. I'm so glad you're enjoying the live stream today. We've been live for, 2 hours and 39 minutes and 38 seconds. So we've been live for a while today. We'll probably wrap it up pretty soon here, but I did want to see if I could flip these Ancestral Row Bottoms first before we wrapped it up. And that way we can walk away with a little bit more profit. Holy cow. Whew. I'm getting a little bit tired. Doesn't look like we're getting any luck with the Superior Dragon Bones anymore. Let's try and flip the Ancestral Rope Top as well. If we're doing the bottoms, we might as well do the top. That way we can flip both at the same time. Make as much money as possible, right? Wow, really bad margin on that, honestly. 102, maybe? We'll do 3 of those. I'm really hoping we can actually get one of the Ancestral Row Bottoms to buy. We haven't gotten one yet, so that kind of sucks. We'll do a little bit of an increase on that. $83,665,000. We'll let that do its thing. Waterproof 07 says, you don't know what tired is. Try running 4 Rune Dragonals at the same time. That is freaking tiring, man. I'm lucky. I get to sit back on the exchange, trade these items back and forth, and make some money from it, which is probably the least, intensive as far as focus goes. So, yes, I guess I'm a little bit lucky. I don't have to run some Rune Dragonals back and forth. But also, at the same time, we've been streaming for a while, so I guess that kind of fatigues me out a little bit. That being said, we have Ian Coiner. He says, hey, good to see you, Ian. Thank you for stopping by today. Give me 1 second, guys. Just have to wipe my nose off a little bit here. Okay, we're all good. Don't worry. Now we finally got some items coming back and forth on the exchange, which is great because, things were kind of slowing down a little bit. I want to make sure we speed it up. We actually trade these items back and forth, and we actually make some progress. 71,125,000 maybe? Yeah, that looks about right. That looks about right. How about Underground Pass with 20 agility? Oh my god. That probably took 10 hours. And I'm out of water as well. That is depressing. Guess we'll wait for those flips to complete here. I do imagine there's a good amount of competition on the Ancestral Row Bottom, so we're going to keep following that right up. Gaodic says, good night, Sierra. Good to see you, Gaodic. I didn't know you were in here today, but thank you for stopping by, man, and have a good rest. Yeah, man, get some rest before Monday tomorrow. Big day, big working day tomorrow for those of you who work in a corporate field, especially if you're tuning in from Europe today. Make sure you do get a little bit of rest. Thank you for tuning in, Gaodic, and I will see you on the next one, man. And we got 2 of those Ancestral Row Bottoms as well, so we're going to turn around and sell them. I think we're going 73 maybe? Let me see. No. That should be about right. We'll try to sell some of those. Anyway, guys, whew. It's not late in Europa. It's kind of late, right? It's like probably 9:45. I think that's what it is. Anyway. Tyler Coleman says, I legit grinded from to 60 from 0 just for Underground Pass. Yeah, Underground Pass is super frustrating if you have low agility. Gaodic says, maybe wrong word choice. I'm going to be staying for a while. Okay. Thank you, Gaodic. Good to see you, man. A lot of struggling today. I don't don't know what it was, man. We started out super good earlier in the stream today, and as the stream progressed, we had more and more difficulty actually hitting flips. A little bit of competition, I guess, today, which is not a problem, but definitely very competitive on a lot of this stuff. Can't even flip these ancestral robe tops. Things are not looking up. Geodic says that darn flip snipers. It might be some of that as well, but also at the same time, I think it's just we're having a lot of competition on the exchange today. There's a lot of people also wanting to flip items, a lot of trades going on. We are coming up on prime time, so I would expect there to be a lot of competition. But anyway, that just being said, we're trying to get as good as flips as possible. And we'll let everything sit there for a minute. Tom Early is still in here. He says Spirit Shields. We could flip the Spirit Shields. We should try it. We'll try the Blessed ones. I don't want to flip the Spectral Spirit Shields because I just feel like they're probably not going to be a good flip. Yeah, these ones are okay. I mean, the limit is kind of small. That's why I don't love flipping these, because the march is not great for the limit. That being said, we should be able to flip these, though. We'll do 837, 95, 985, which is a pretty significant undercut, actually. In these Basilisk Jaws, man. I thought we were going to get a good margin on these. We didn't wait for them that long for them to buy, which is unfortunate. We'll try and manage that situation, though. Verworkfin says, maybe you should blur your prices. It's definitely something we've thought about on a lot of our streams. It hasn't been a significant factor, though, in a lot of our stuff. So we've thought about it a lot. I haven't done it at this point. I think if we grow a little bit more, then maybe I'll start considering it and starting to do it. But for now, we're fine. Let's do the... I feel like we already did the Necklace of Anguish, right? Actually, I don't think we did do the Necklace of Anguish. I think we checked the Necklace of Anguish, and the margin was really, really bad. So, we'll go ahead and give that a shot, actually, and we'll see if we can actually get one of these going. Yeah, now the margin's way better, so I'm hoping that actually does end up hitting. We'll do a few of these. I think we can only do 6 of them now, since we margin checked twice, I believe. And we did sell those ancestral robe tops as well, so that's been good. The Zolandra teleports are selling, albeit a little bit slowly. I think we're going to knock them down again, actually. Maybe about a 10k or so. 730 will do. Oh, no, not 730k. 11,730. So we're still making profit on those, about 95 GP per Zolandra teleport at this point. So we're still doing good. And we did get those ancestral robe bottoms off. Very, very nice. I guess I'll do a few more of them if we can. We'll try at least. We'll try to do a few more of them. The Basilisk Jaws, man. They're really hurting me. I don't know what it was about them today that just didn't really work out. We could also do the Ceradoman Godsword if we'd like, but I'm not sure if we're going to get around to it. Let's see. We've got the... Those actually bought really fast. Those Necklaces of Anguish, so they should sell, but they did end up buying a little bit faster than I expected them to. I guess they're not buying, actually. I don't want to wait too long on anything, so we're probably just going to let that sit for now. Have you tried the Ancient Tele tabs? Seems like a lot of people are doing the Karalander teleport tabs, or like the scrolls, right? Yes, I have done the Ancient Teleport tabs. I actually think they're pretty good, but again, they're one of those harder flips. We also have Vidmanta says, have you tried flipping the Blade of Saildor? Not today, but yes, I have done the Blade of Saildor in the past, and it's one of those lower like volume flips, but it's got good margins as well. Anyway, guys, you know what it means when I'm walking to the south of the exchange. I think we're going to be wrapping up the stream here today. I'm getting a little bit tired. So I do want to end the stream since hey, look at that. We got a genie, which is quite nice. We'll definitely take that. What should we put it into? What should we put the lamp into? I mean, I do hate rune crafting, so I think we're going to take that. But anyway, John Vegas says, have a good day, man. Thank you, John. But anyway, guys, thank you for stopping by today. 3.5 mil in profit. Nice little long stream today. I was hoping we were going to make a little bit more profit, honestly. But we did have maybe some undercutting going on. We had a lot of competition when it came to the flips. So we'll have to consider maybe the margin blurs coming up next time. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you look forward to the 24-hour live stream of money making and flipping content coming to the channel. Oh my goodness, that is going to be on the 20th of October, so this upcoming Tuesday. I hope you guys can stop by for the 24-hour live stream. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this little live stream today, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. And I guess I'll see you guys all on Monday. We'll be bringing another stream, so thank you for stopping by, and I will see you all next time.